or it's a scheduling thing. I don't know. So, all right. Last time. Does anybody want to succinctly and quickly sum up in character what happened last time for a DM inspiration? Something that's completely worthless and won't help you in any way, shape, or form.
Rawr. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Rawr,
rawr, rawr, rawr, rawr.
That's very in character.
Rawr.
Maybe inner monologue of Skilled Wolf. If you're gonna go for it.
Sure.
But do it in third person. Like
oh yeah, do it like the British dude that does
God.
like Planet Earth
Buddy.
series. Yeah.
Oh,
you could do it as Buddy too.
Buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
I watched the meat creatures descend into the depths. I thought about things that I could do to them, but they're strong. I like at least one, if not two of them. Who knows what will happen next? We dove into some water. Oh, it was cold. Oh, I could have murdered. No, I would never have murdered that person there. Maybe next time. I feel tired. Let's rest.
Okay. I feel like Buddy kind of dialed it in a little. Like maybe he wasn't paying attention all the way last time, but he is an inanimate object, so that's fine.
Well, there are things that he focuses on, which is
of course,
potentially killing people.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Know.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take DM inspiration for just having the gumption to volunteer.
He'll dial it in next time.
All right. He Buddy hands you his participation trophy.
I feel like if I had done it in Skull, like you just been bumping into walls for an hour and a half until finally lighting a torch.
I stubbed my toe a lot.
I heard.
All right.
The dwarf throw his arm out. You know, that kind
of
thing.
As always, if the entire map loads for you and you don't get any dynamic lighting, please immediately hit the refresh button on your browser or just throw your computer out the window. Because yes, Roll20 does occasionally forget that it's supposed to not show you the whole map. What a great product. All right.
So I can see reload the map, you said?
Yeah, if you could see the whole map, please reload the map.
Not the whole map, but the dynamic lighting is going.
Saw something I shouldn't have, but I did a refresh, so we should be good.
Yeah, I think there is a light source off to the right coming from the mushrooms.
Nice. I still have my torch. So.
Yeah, and then there's still a torch lit. So
I can see northwest on the map, like the upper left of the map up here.
Well, stop looking.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just.
Oh, I can, but I think that's from the glowing mushrooms that are, isn't that? That's why it's.
Northeast would be the mushrooms. Northwest would be because there's a campfire. You can see it.
Yeah, northwest.
Okay. That's obnoxious. All right. What about now?
Nope.
Now I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I heard about that bug. That apparently anywhere in your dungeon that there's dynamic lighting, people can see sometimes. That's a fun one. So, all right, cool. No worries. All right, so yeah, we left off in these spooky tunnels. There were some nasty mounds of flesh and eyeballs and teeth and all that. They did eat your aquatic hobgoblin buddy and absorb him into their bodies, and they have been killed. Gazer continues to shout out the death cries of said hobgoblin over and over again, enjoying the echo it makes in this chamber.
Silence. Are there corpses still there? The mouthers?
They sort of turn into like rotted hamburger with like eyes and teeth and stuff floating in it, but you're welcome to sift through that.
Yeah, is there a chance I could get one of my daggers back that I threw at them?
You could feel around, try to find it. Investigation check. Maybe like one of these numbers, sort of thing, just sort of floating. Yeah.
Oh, I move away from it.
but they're very good at sort of terraforming stuff that goes inside of them. Yeah, I mean, you're looking through there. You're not even seeing any of like armor or discernible hobgoblin parts in there.
All right. I know Hearttuck did throw one of his 3 spears. I'd like to retrieve that for him.
Trident.
All right. Yeah. One of his tridents is still intact. It is right here.
Go grab that.
So you can add that to your inventory.
Just so we have something to give back. A trident. Okay. Do any of us want to talk about how scary those things are? Should we just move on and go find somewhere to sleep?
Can we sleep here?
Sleep here? I don't want to sleep here. Trident. Where are you? There we
go. When I get closer to this passage over here, can I hear anything?
From inside this room, with your passive perception is like 15, I think. Man, that's good. Yeah, 15. You don't hear anything suspicious inside.
I think we should just go back a little, backtrack a little, and rest. Try for the short rest, and if that goes well, try for the longer one. I could definitely use with a long rest.
Yeah.
Don't know about the rest of you lot.
I would definitely feel much better after a long rest.
Rawr.
Alright, so yeah, I'm totally cool with a long rest, but we do lose Gazer. I just want to make sure that's known. I think we definitely should, but Gazer's been pretty hype for us.
Where do you plan
he certainly has.
Where do you plan to go to find a place to rest?
The safest place possible in the dungeon.
Gosh.
I know, so many options.
Well, back at the beginning has been exposed to the surface. Now, admittedly, that area was being occupied by a very large, unnatural alpha predator. And there is a very bad storm going on. So maybe entryway, other than being, semi-flooded perhaps, would be safe, in so much as you already dealt with stuff that was back there, and you should probably be able to hear anything coming that comes down the stairwell / like shaft leading from the surface to these caves. That would be something Ranger Druid would probably be aware of.
I'm cool with that. If we want to go back there, I do want to pick up some loose bones and stuff as we're going back. I have an idea.
Now, Thogrum and Scaled Wolf do see the faintest purplish light kind of shining from the very bottom of this pool as you go past this passageway, the pool on your left.
And there are still some
oh geez,
those mouthers or something in here, I think.
You said purplish light?
Yeah, you want me to draw on the map where you can kind of see it?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just an about.
Where that pink circle is, very deep down in this pool. You'd say that this pool is probably about, 40 to 60 feet deep.
I'm going to kind of stop the group and kind of motion towards that and see if anybody can kind of pick out any details about it.
I want to get a sense for if it's supernatural. Can I just roll an Arcana check, see if there's anything?
An Arcana check, yeah, for sure. Your best bet is that light is magical in nature. And based on the size and shape of the light, it is likely emitting from a spherical object of some sort.
It's some sort of magical globe or something down in the bottom of the water. It's about 60 feet, did you say?
Yeah, it could be 40, could be 60. It's hard to tell with the kind of silvery gleam of the water.
Okay, somewhere between 40 and 60 feet.
Do we really want to press our luck now? We want to rest
It
first.
was there on your way in, but the attention of the group was definitely pulled more towards the dead octopus and stuff.
Okay.
Rather press my luck later.
Does it?
I mean, it seems
is it
like we're
moving or
gonna
anything?
take a long rest anyway. I could send Gazer in there to check it out maybe, and he's got telekinesis. He might be able to pick it up if it's.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I don't know, because Mage Hand can pick up 10 pounds. I don't know what the difference, how much Gazer can pick up.
But if it activates something angry, then we're fucked.
And 10 pounds or less, or fine manipulation of said object. So it's just like Mage Hand.
I mean, I have another detect magic. I could wade in a little and cast detect magic.
Okay, but I'm going to tie a rope to you.
But I'd be above it. So I guess I couldn't. I mean, I guess I could cast it above the water and then go in. What were you saying, Skull? Sorry.
No, if that's your plan and you want to do that, I am going to tie a rope to you.
Oh, that sounds like a great plan. Well, I don't have to do it. It's just an option. It's just something. It's a resource we have available to us. But I'm happy to wait until we've slept. Hopefully, just being it, we were in this water already, I think. So hopefully, just going in there and getting some more information about it, and then we could rest. But obviously, I don't know.
Toothless is gonna wave all y'all back, and he's gonna go swim over, try and bite it in his mouth.
All right, so you're gonna dip under the water and kind of swim down to it.
Yeah.
All right, so Direwolf has dark vision, and there's
it does currently.
Yeah. So as you swim down, you see that there is at the very bottom of this pool are many bones. There are many bones at the bottom of this pool. In the center, creating the light, is what looks like a pedestal made of 4 stone tentacles. And the 4 stone tentacles seem to be holding aloft a large pearl. And when I say large, I mean like 5 feet across. The pearl or pearl-like object is emitting a very dim purple light. So if it had a map object, it would look kind of like this.
Yeah, Toothless was kind of excited about the idea of like playing fetch. He's not gonna bring it back and be like, maybe we should rest for a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe that's the plug for the whole dungeon. We just pull that and all the water goes away.
Totally.
Yeah, so I'll come back and I'll be
Okay.
and Toothless is kind of like he kind of like waves everyone like away from there and
no detect magic.
Yeah, I mean if you are detecting magic, let's see. Yeah, I mean you've already confirmed with your arcana that it's magical. As far as a detect magic spell, is that what you're planning to cast, or have you used a spell slot to cast it, or?
Well, I just kind of
Because it only does
wanted...
30 feet of you. So
right,
you
I was gonna cast it and then go into the water.
Mm.
But I just wanted like to get a thumbs up, thumbs down from the group as to whether they thought that that would be a good use for resources, or if we just want to go rest and then come back. Okay, all right, let's just go rest then and come back.
You're muted.
Clearly it's magical, but I mean, detect magic's just going to tell us potentially the
type?
school.
Yeah, the
So,
school, for sure.
I mean, it's probably not worth the risk at this point in time.
Cool. All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go
Alrighty.
rest then.
You guys kind of shuffle your way back through the dungeon. As you sort of head back, you pass the area where you fought the strange slimy water. You pass more patches of those mushrooms, and you arrive at the sort of submerged area. Is the plan to swim back through past all those corpses again?
I would almost stay where we are as opposed to having to like swim underwater.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I would.
There was a little
Think.
like cubby over here.
Yeah,
I don't know if we want to
to
back ourselves into a corner. That might be bad, but it seems relatively safe. We don't want to go all the way back.
I mean, cubbies sound cozy. I would do a cubby.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, for it, thumbs up.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, so
honestly,
go ahead and
like-
arrange yourselves in however you plan to do this. Are you trying to do a short rest first, and then if that succeeds, you're going to try for the long rest, or are you just jumping right in and hoping to get a long rest?
I think first one then the other.
Okay.
Okay, and Crash, I would like to with the bones I've found, I would like to set up like a little alarm system. I want to set it up like with some string across this.
Playing Skyrim.
But I had this idea as we were gonna go rest of the big front anyway. It's just
yeah.
I don't know if you just want me to draw it like here.
Yeah, so you're gonna draw. Or are you gonna run a bit of rope across or string? What's
I have
the
string, yeah, and with some bones to kind of make like a little alarm system.
Sure.
And then the same thing on this side, like right about, I guess here, since this will be easiest.
All right,
And maybe if Lyria wants to help me, we can
okay.
disguise it maybe, because she's good at that.
Yeah, can't select my character, it doesn't seem like. But I do want to be on the other side of the line before he sets up the trap, obviously.
Okay.
Maybe it's just my browser. Let me reload.
And I think Toothless would kind of set Buddy down right next to the trap, leaving him there to see what Buddy does.
So you want to leave Buddy by the we'll call it top of the computer screen trap, or the right hand side?
The right hand side. He'll help to watch, hopefully.
Gotcha.
Little assholes, he's just gonna pull off the trap and scare the shit out of us. Illyria, do you want to help me disguise these?
Yeah.
You're probably better at it than
Come
I
on
am.
over and kind of hide it a little bit.
All right, so sleight of hand from Skull and a survival from Illyria.
Not have inspiration. Go. Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. Pretty good. You feel pretty good about the not really traps, but the alarm system that you set up.
Yeah.
As far as concealment goes, a little bit trickier depending on how high up off the ground you're trying to make it. But sort of arranging nearby rocks and trying to sort of place some interesting bones near, but not in the same line of sight of the alarm system, to sort of draw eyes and attention away from it. You do sort of, you definitely put work into camouflaging it a bit. I mean, it's still a series of strings and bones, going across a passageway, but you do what you can to try and conceal it a little bit.
And while they're doing that, I'm just gonna cast Detect Thoughts to see if there's anything
Okay.
within 30 feet of us any sentient things within 30 feet of us.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna
there's
walk around the perimeter. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, there's Gazer for sure. Let me check Detect Thoughts here. 'Cause I want to see if there's one particular thing I need to check. All right. You cast a spell. You can focus around any one creature that you can see. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. So,
And it
yeah,
it does say you can also use a spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
right. Yeah. When you
Yeah,
cast a
okay.
spell, you can search.
Yeah.
It penetrates barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. Okay. All right.
Luckily, there's no rock down here, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. So you do not detect anything hidden that also has an intelligence of 3 or higher.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right.
Crash, I'm gonna beam back into toothless form and cast a good berry before this rest.
All right. Sounds good.
And probably gobble down some berries. Cool, thanks.
All right. So, you attempt a short rest. Nothing bothers you during that time. So you do gain the benefits of a short rest. Tari can roll a d6, and anyone that spends hit dice can gain an additional amount one time equal to whatever that d6 roll is.
Well, I tried.
All right. Every little bit helps.
Hey.
Well, shall we keep sleeping?
All right.
really
So
don't
what
have
is
any-
what is the watch order, or are you going to all sleep slash enter reverie and just rely on alarms, buddy, and what is left on the gazer clock to keep you safe?
Toothless trusts Buddy implicitly, and we'll just go to
Okay.
sleep.
All right.
I'll take a
Toothless is
watch.
out.
Yeah. I'm happy to take a watch.
All right. Let's see what happens.
I am.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh.
It is because of good berries, you don't need to worry about like digging out food and all that kind of stuff, because one good berry is all you need for 24 hours. Good berry brought to you by Druidco, that sort of thing. So you guys get your 6 hours. Illyria, you only require 4 hours because of reverie, so you're definitely a good candidate to sort of keep watch. Anyone else would require the full 6 hours of rest. So the clock kind of keeps ticking as you do. And while there are occasional sort of shrieks and screams and moans off in the distance,
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
nothing comes and finds you or bothers you.
Phew.
All
Excellent.
right, Gazer, you were the best boy. See you
He
again
was.
in about a
He
week.
was.
Yeah.
All right, he floats up to you, and before his shift is up, and he says, "Do you want to hold my hand?" And he puts a little eyeball in your hand.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sad.
And then that eyeball turns back into
Mhm.
the stone, and he is back in his figurine form.
Before never mind, don't worry about it.
Okay,
So we get half our hit dice back on a long rest, right?
correct. Half
Okay,
your
it's
hit
1,
dice,
2,
back.
and then full health.
And right, the temporary hit points from Tari go away.
Temp HP goes away on a long rest.
Yep.
Okay.
Toothless will kind of go up here and just see if Buddy's still sitting.
Yeah. Buddy is just staring north. Let me see where he's staring. As you approach, you see that he is staring north and east. Or sorry, north and west. So Buddy is staring that way. You're a very observant guy. That is not the direction he was looking when you set him down before you went to sleep.
Ah!
That's a good boy. Let's go see what we can find. And he'll pick Buddy up.
All right. You should be able to move him if you want to keep track of that sweet baby. Otherwise, I'll just move him to GM layer and we'll assume he's like riding in your gear. So
I think Toothless will. Yeah, I can handle it.
okay, cool.
So the torch would have gone out, but
My
I will light
Thursday
another
group
torch.
is like home invader, like robbing this dungeon. They're taking like paintings, they're taking everything and stuff that doesn't fit in their bag of holding. I'm actually making miniatures for them. And they're getting more and more upset because like certain members of the party are carrying around like a 6 foot by 8 foot painting and statues and all this other kind of stuff, and they keep grabbing the miniatures for those things instead of their own miniatures, and it's amazing. Yeah. Anyways,
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision really quickly too.
Okay.
While we're kind of starting.
yeah, definitely adjust your visions appropriately for whatever you are using or need or are restricted to.
Toothless. You have how many spell slots for Dark Vision? What level is Dark Vision?
It's a higher level slot, but I have a couple more.
You're gonna plan on being in all beast mode all day. I think maybe not having the torch would benefit us so they wouldn't strictly see us coming if they're, whatever else we run into.
You can hold my hand again if you want.
That's fine too. Just
Or if you want, you can ride me. And he gives you like a little, like he's trying to be like sly and gives you a wink, but it might come off weird.
but I still wouldn't be able to see anything. I'd be implicitly trusting you.
Well, the worst that would happen is we would have to eat you if you died. But we'll do our best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Likewise.
I don't think you're gonna die.
Yeah, we're good. We're totally good.
All right.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, guys.
Okay,
So,
so
this purple thing.
I'll be right there. My roll 20 is like, it would be cool if we rebooted everything. So.
Ah,
Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave up the trap that was behind us up, and I'll carefully take down this one in case we need to set it up again.
Nice.
That way, if we come back this way and we see it messed up, we'll know someone went through here.
yeah, I like it.
Hi.
Can you not? Oh,
All right. So
Dark Vision
something
self only.
is.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. I'm back. Cool. All right. Everybody is lit up or can see or whatever they're going to do. Does anybody have light source? Anyone the only light in the darkness?
No, I can see fine.
I'd turn off my light. I don't know how to turn it off. I had a torch before, but I'm gonna turn it off and I'll hold Teresa's hand.
Sure. You just go left done.
You turn into a robot. What happened?
Should we just investigate the pretty purple light?
Okay. So yeah, up ahead to the right is the sort of pool or pond or tiny lake. It has the weird lit up sphere at the bottom of it. North view, Sahaugans and octopus in it, as well as those weird meatball monsters. Okay, so the ceiling of this room with the big pool It kind of clocks in, sort of domes out. So at the very center of the room, it's about 40 feet from the water. Near the edges of the room, it's only about 10 feet. And then you believe, Toothless, that it is about 60 feet deep.
We could maybe bring it out in the bag of holding.
I saw some bones. Lots of bones. And a pearl. Could be dangerous.
Were they all clustered around the object?
And Toothless, you do hear some creatures swimming to the northeast.
I hear creatures swimming to the northeast.
Hmm. Should we go maybe come back to this? Or I don't know.
Oh, yes. Let me select your mini, go to light source button, and go to off. There you go.
Jump in the water and check it out.
Yeah, and Toothless, the light is so dim as to really just you and Thogrum just barely kind of caught it, sort of thing. Like you definitely noticed it on your way past initially, but thought maybe it was like torch or like reflecting off the water. Now that you've gone down and seen it, yeah, it radiates light, but in a very dim radius around it.
We're gonna explore the space a little bit with Buddy. And Toothless is gonna say to Buddy, Buddy, would you like to go swim and get that for us? And he'll like gently like begin to dabble like Buddy's toes in the water and just see what Buddy wants to do. Like if he doesn't
Okay.
want, it's cool.
Yeah, roll a d20 for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he sort of like flops towards the water. But also it looks like you're getting
like in a fun kind of way, or like
yeah, like he wants to just dive in.
I'm gonna put Buddy in. I'm also gonna cast Dark Vision on Skull.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Spell slots. Delicious.
Yes. Yes, they're very tasty.
Yeah.
So I'll deal with that.
What Shadow Monk like to do is give every dark vision, take a short rest, get all his key points back, and then keep going. That's the Shadow Monk strategy.
Yeah, so Skull, you can see like super well now. So have fun with that. It's terrifying.
All right.
I can lead. I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Buddy in the water and just see what the fuck happens. Cause
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he just sort of floats there, in the water. His head turned to the northwest, and you see his body just slowly drift on the nearly imperceptible currents that seem to be present.
Okay, I'll grab Buddy before he
Okay,
drifts
so
away.
you kind of grab him before he drifts towards the center.
Oh.
All right.
So he's kind of going towards like where like the little purple light
Yeah.
was. Oh, yeah, let Buddy do that.
Okay.
Wait.
So you place him back down in the water.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
all watch as he just sort of slowly drifts like a piece of garbage just left in the room.
Toothless will come out to make sure he stays safe.
Okay. As he reaches the very center of the lake, he just sort of bobs there like a fishing bobber.
It's so creepy.
Sorry. Feels this weird attachment to Buddy. He's gonna swim out into the fucking middle of the lake to follow fucking little doll.
I'm gonna start to wade in the water a little bit as well.
Yeah, same.
You hear a sploosh sound from the
Mm.
northeast and a second sploosh sound from the northeast.
Draw my weapons. If it's like it echoes through the cavern, right? We can hear it. Like a.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you
have my
hear
weapons
sort
ready.
of a moaning sort of sort of a moaning wailing sound, sort of a it sort of sounds like an animal screaming, but the scream just kind of turns into a moan.
Why does it have to be creepy?
Why can't it be the happy ritual murder kind of screaming?
Yeah.
Toothless quickly swims towards Buddy,
All right.
and you never see either of us again.
Oh, you hear 3 splooshes from the northeast.
God, get out of the water! Get out of the water!
Can
Too late
everybody
now.
give me initiative rolls?
Yikes! Yikes!
All right.
I think we found something.
Battle music.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you see what looks like a Sahaugen that has seen better days. Toothless, swim up or over through the murky darkness. Its eyes are sort of glazed over with like the cataracts of like a dead creature. Pieces of it are sort of drifting behind it as it swims towards you, and you see that it bears many wounds from like large gnashing bites along its body. It smells dead, but continues to swim towards you, and it attacks with its bite and with its claws. All right, so it tries to bite you, and it is a terrible. You can see that its body is barely functional at the amount of damage that it has taken. Some foul magic seems to be forcing it to animate and move about. It swipes at you with its claws a little bit better, but still nothing manages to connect. Thagrum.
I'm gonna.
Where you are, you can see at the edge of your dark vision. The creature attacking Toothless.
Let's see. This is difficult terrain. At one point does it become difficult? Like it's too deep.
Water is difficult as soon as you start kind of wading in it.
Okay.
And this pool is very much like the octopus room. Like it is like a swimming pool. Once you
Okay.
kind of hop in, it immediately is nice deep water.
Yeah, and I'm super little, so.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, so you would be swimming out there. As long as you're trained in athletics, you shouldn't have any problem, because this is still water for the most part.
I don't have athletics.
Oh, then you're going to need to make an athletics check.
Okay. But I'm yoked, so hopefully.
Not that yoked. Take on some algae.
So you jump in and,
You're yoked. You just can't swim for shit.
all that plate mail and all that stout dwarfness, you just sort of sink to the bottom of the pool.
Oh no!
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen you not sink.
It's alright. I can hold my breath for a little while.
All right. So then you kind of slowly begin walking across the surface or the bottom of the pool. It is full of bones and detritus and all sorts of like deposits of like silt and sediment and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to Sacred Flame the creature.
Okay, go for it. That is going to be a dexterity save, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Oof. Yeah. So the sacred flame, you kind of burble out the components. Again, casting a spell underwater does use up some of your air, so just going to keep that in mind.
Yep.
All right. So you kind of out the words, the intention there. You see a blast of forge-like fire, but the aim is a bit off. It does not strike the creature.
Okay. And that, I think, is going to be my turn.
Okay. Tari, you're up.
Can I see Can I see the thing that's I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
I
if I
think
can't
if
see it, I
you're
can't see it.
if your mini can see it, yeah, you can see just dimly on the other side of Toothless. Yeah.
I will viciously mock it.
Okay.
Uh,
It will attempt a wisdom saving throw. It fails. Okay. It takes 2 points of psychic damage.
and
Disadvantage on its next attack roll.
does anyone want to be invisible? I look around to see if anybody puts a thumb up.
I think we're good.
Sorry, I can't cast 2 spells at once. Sorry, my bad.
Right.
I'm good.
Unless unless one of them is well, one of them is a cantrip. So if one's
you
a bonus
could,
action, you could do it.
Your other ability. What's your bonus action thing? You could move us. Get Toothless away from it.
If everybody.
Yeah,
Wanna
you
get
can
in
do
there.
your mantle of inspiration.
Sure. So Toothless, Thogrum, and Skull will get 5 3 HP.
Okay.
Woo! You see like an excited
And can move their speed now.
excited bubbles coming up from underneath.
All right.
1, 2,
So
3,
anybody that wants
4.
to use their reaction, you can immediately take a move action with your reaction that does not provoke opportunity attacks.
So if I move, do I have to make another strength? Can I make another strength?
Right. If you're trying to swim and you're not trained in athletics, then you do have to, since you're under duress, as it were, you do need to make the actual checks.
Okay. So if I make the checks, that means I
Then you
potentially...
could swim at half your normal speed.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, you're stuck down there at the bottom, weighed down by your heavy armor. Just gonna.
Yeah.
Could I grab Buddy as I was leaving?
Yeah, as an item interact, sure.
I'm just gonna kind of move back one space, and then I'm gonna make a strength save just to see if I get up to the water, top of the water.
Okay, and you could just click on athletics because you are going to use your athletics for it. Okay, and the DC is only a 10 because this is common. So yeah, you kind of bounce back a little bit and you kind of tuck down and try to launch yourself up off the floor. Bones and detritus kind of scatter, and you slowly begin rising back towards the surface. So at half your speed, you would go like what, 10 feet up from the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Illyria, do you want to do anything?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I will step out some.
Okay, you kind of step off the side and splash into the water.
And I see that guy.
Yep.
So I'll pull out my crossbow and I will shoot him.
Oof, yeah.
Shit.
As you go to
We're rolling tonight.
as you go to shoot him, it just sort of goes a little bit past him and just into the water, and just the creature, I don't even think realizes it was shot at. All
Maybe
right.
that's a
Anything
good
else from
thing.
Illyria?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You
Mm.
hear a splashing sound.
Okay.
And Toothless, you hear and smell a creature swimming up. It uses a dash action to swim past you and gets right up in the middle of all of you guys. It, like the other one, looks like a zombified Sahaugen. All right, Toothless, you're up.
If you wouldn't mind turning me into my Rar form,
Sure.
Crash, that'd be great. We're gonna do a little bit of doggy paddling, I think.
All right. So
Well, like buddy rides.
there you go.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And this is gonna, I guess, attack the Sahaugen or the zombified Sahaugen that's right
Okay.
there. So we'll try and bite.
18 is definitely going to hit. 10 points of damage. Strong hit. Tastes disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
And then you can be knocked prone in the water. Cause you can. So let me make a strength check here. Strength save. He fails. So he is actually floundering about as you grab him and shake him like a chew toy.
You flounder. Flounder more. Yeah, he'll stop there.
Okay. Skull, you're up. Attacks against that target will be at advantage, and since it's near an ally, would also grant sneak attack.
Yeah, let's take advantage of this moment and just attack him with the short sword.
This is like a rogue's dream.
Nice.
It's having a dire wolf to knock everybody down. Yeah, 13 damage. That would kill him, but he is a zombie.
Yeah.
So let's see if he survives. God, he's got to get an 18 or higher to live on this saving throw. He does not. So you managed to get in there with the short sword and just kind of right through the top of his head and a little twist, and those nerves are severed. The body just goes limp. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be my turn.
All right, Spencer.
Spencer.
Ah, damn it.
Spencer's going to swim out to Thogrim and he'll try and help him with his swimming.
Okay.
Assist him with
All right. Yeah, so Spencer's gonna swim down and maybe
rescue
kind of,
whale.
yeah, I got you. So Thogrim, on your next athletics check to swim, you will have advantage on the rolls.
Ride
Right.
the whale.
He's a little too small still for being a mount, but he's definitely definitely able to be like a dolphin, you know, like hold on to him
Nice.
and he pulls you along, sort of thing. All right, there's another sound of splooshiness, and yet
Oh,
another of
boy.
these creatures swims up. It is going to try to bite and claw the scaled wolf. Both attacks miss. All right. This one right here is going to swim up. Its first attack against Skull will be at disadvantage. And its second attack will be claws.
Real quick, I haven't been able to use this yet since a thing hasn't missed me. I took the repost maneuver, so I get to make a free attack on it with repost with a short sword.
So you're going to use your reaction to take a free attack on it. Go for it.
Oh, all right. So that's one
so
spirit.
it's just a tumble of limbs as this thing swims up at you, and sort of half leaps out of the water onto you, trying to bite and claw. You try to stab in return, and you guys are just sort of thrashing about in the water at that point.
Nice.
Thogrim, the Aquanaut. You are 10 feet above the bottom of the pool. The surface is about 50 feet above you. Your allies are all kind of fighting up there at the surface. There is an adorable creature helping you swim?
So I'm at the bottom of the pool.
Well, when you jumped in with your swim and your heavy armor and everything, you just kind of sunk down to the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
And then with your reaction from the mantle, you started swimming back up towards the surface.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my movement to swim up.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me another athletics check. This time with advantage because Spencer is helping you. Yeah, no problem. So you're gonna swim up, and we'll toss like we'll make it 15 because even though dwarf, you've got like little dude helping you, so you rise up another 15 feet. Do you want to dash to go another 15, or do you want to take an action? You have plenty of air, right? Because your Constitution modifier is very decent.
Actually, I'll use
Yeah, your modifier is 3, so you have 4 minutes of air, and I believe it was only a minute of air got used up by casting the spell. So
yeah, I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on the one that's attacking Skull.
All right, so you drop down to 2 minutes of air remaining, and you're going to cast Sacred Flame on the one attacking Skull.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that's a big fail. So it goes ahead and gets lit up, 5 points of radiant damage. It does not like that very much.
Okay.
All right.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Tari.
I am. What's the hypotenuse down to the pearl? Do I have to dash swim to make it there? Or
remember, there's no penalty for moving diagonally in the Dungeons and Dragons world. So
even diagonally, like down.
Right. Well, it's 60 feet. Yeah, it's 60 feet down from where you currently are. So yeah, I mean, we could just say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I get what you're saying because you got to go over and down. So
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35 and then 60. Gosh. What does that put you at? Like
this is
70?
Real Dungeons and Dragons now.
Yeah, like 75, something like that.
Yeah, Euclid, what do you have to say about that shit?
I will dash swim to the pearl.
Okay.
It was like the size of like a basketball or something.
Calculator in a long time. Oh, geez. All right, cool. So you're going to swim and dash down to it. You do see the same thing, 4 stone-like tentacles that are rising up to sort of create a holder that is presenting this 5 foot across glowing purple pearlescent object.
Okay, I think I can't. Yeah, I don't have an action, right? Because I dashed.
Right,
so,
yeah, the action would be the dash. Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll look around for the rest of my seconds.
Yeah, there doesn't
see if there's anything that's
else
obviously
down there. Just a lot of bones, just a lot of debris. As far as like rocks and silt and things like that. All right, Illyria, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna step back out of the water because yikes. And
So, in case you're wondering, it's 47 feet.
Okay, cool. So 45 is
Thanks.
To the object.
Cool.
And I'll try to not fail on this one.
Okay.
Isn't that like the first one you've ever rolled? Like, don't worry about it.
No.
All right,
no.
You take that shot.
Damn it. I jinxed it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Skull, you feel something kind of plink off of one of your horns. It could have been anything.
Yeah, he can't see any. Oh no, he
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see. He can see.
I can
All right.
see. I can
Anything else from
fight.
Illyria?
Just trying to help. Failing. No, that's it. That's it.
All right, that would
Yeah.
be toothless.
Yikes.
Let's see.
Wouldn't it be the Sahaugen in front of me's turn? You got 13. Oh, this is the next round. Excuse me.
Okay. Roar.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of hopefully biting.
Okay. Are you doing the one next to
Ooh.
Skull or the one north of you?
One north of me.
Okay.
But probably doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, yeah, even if pack tactics was in play, yeah, you go to bite it and the creature just kind of swims downward a bit, starts sort of gnashing its teeth at your soft underbelly. No attack there.
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I am, and like you can kind of tell from like Toothless's tail, like he's a little irritated.
Okay.
He'll be back, hopefully. And I'm done.
Alrighty. So that brings us to Skull.
Okay, I'll just try and attack this one again with my short sword in front of me. Let's see. Oh, well. No, it's not gonna be worth it. I could precision attack. I don't know how much AC these things have, though. No, I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my
Are you
turn.
precision attacking a nat 1? I don't think you can. A nat 1's always going to be a.
Oh, is it? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
then never
20
mind.
is always a hit, and no matter what their armor class is, but a 1 is always a miss.
Right. That's different from skill checks.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll. I guess I'll IV shuffle this way a little bit to kind of be able to help Toothless with that one next turn.
Okay. Spencer, you have found Thogrum as per your lady's instructions. You could use an action to grab him and then sort of drag him along with you, but you would move half your speed since you guys are the same size category.
Okay, I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Because he's still underwater, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So Spencer's got like a 40-foot speed in the water, so he could drag Thogrum another 20 feet up. He'd almost be back to the surface of the water.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, this one is just going to sort of blindly gnash its teeth and claws in Giant Wolf's direction. Here we go. Bite and claws. Neither one hits. The one next to Skull, same deal. Just randomly tries to bite and claw. Looks like it lands one bite for 4 points of damage.
Does that grant an advantage on its next attack?
Because of your because now you'd be missing hit points.
Well, actually,
yeah,
it will take my temp HP, so I'll go to 1 temp HP left. Is it like?
Okay, so you wouldn't be missing hit points then.
Okay.
Yeah, then you're fine.
Okay.
Also, these are zombies more than they are Sahaugen, so they would actually not have blood frenzy.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep. Most of the time, when you turn into a zombie, you gain the zombie resilience, and you keep like your physical demeanor, like your size and your natural attacks and things like that. But you lose a lot of what defined you when you were still alive. Now it's whites and stuff like that. Those are the real scary undead because they retain most of what they had when they were alive, and then they gain a bunch of really cool stuff on top of that. So popular whites would be most of the bad guys from the undead army in Game of Thrones were considered whites. So okay, so that brings us to Thogrum. At this point, you're only 5 feet from the surface. No, 15 feet from the surface at this point.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna.
And your allies are kind of doing battle with these dudes, and you got a little whale there to help you swim. What is the plan?
I'm just gonna swim straight up again.
All right, one more athletics check with advantage because he's there to help you. Yeah. All right. So you surface, taking a deep breath of air. You see a little air meter fill up. And there are 2 Sahaugen zombies beating on your friends.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my action for Sacred Flame on the one that's behind Skull.
All right, Sacred Flame on the one by Skull. This one right
Mhm.
here. Okay. Dexterity save. It fails, taking another 4 points of radiant damage. It is bloodied.
Okay. And then I can cast magic weapon or spiritual weapon, right?
Spiritual weapon, yeah, it is a bonus action to cast.
So then I'm going to cast spiritual weapon on it and bonk him on the head.
Alrighty.
So 14.
Okay, yeah, 14 is definitely going to be a hit. Go ahead and give me some damage rolls. Yeah, 8 points of force damage. Fantastic. All right. I believe he is still going. Let me check. I'm grabbing your spiritual weapon real quick. Let's see. With 8 more damage, he would be... Yeah, he needs to make a save. So 8 plus 5 is a 15? 13.
13.
So here we go. Not enough. Yeah, so your anvil appears, and first he gets hit with some radiant light, and then he gets his head caved in by Mr. Anvil himself. He looks over at you. He has no
I love a
way of
face.
expressing any emotions,
Yeah.
but you could tell that he is happy to be here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Likes-
All right.
likes what we're doing.
Tari, you're up.
I am wishing desperately that I had brought the bag of holding with me.
Mhm.
I am going to take my scimitar out and try to like kind of pry the pearl out from the tentacles.
Let me put you down there. Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me let's say an athletics check. I think that would probably be the best thing for this.
I will use my GM inspiration on this.
Okay.
Whew.
All right. Yeah, you without breaking it, because you realize it has like this super fragile appearance to it. But you do manage to dislodge it, and as soon as you dislodge it from the pedestal, it grows dim, and the light goes out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's my action. I will.
Oh, here,
Yeah.
let me. It's a big boy. So, whoops, that is the wrong big boy. Where is this guy? I'll
Said it was
actually
like
give
a
it to you. It's 5 feet
basketball?
across, so I don't think it's gonna fit in
It's
any.
5 feet across. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think it's gonna fit in any
Oh,
bags.
boy.
Okay, so then I will swim up to the surface.
Okay, so you just kind of let it roll into the.
I like
bones
watch
and
where
silt?
it goes,
Okay.
and then yeah, swim up
All right.
to get some air and relay.
Okay. Yeah, so it's down there, dislodged essentially.
I
and just
pried it out, and the light went out.
That's good.
Alright.
Ah, fuck. Zombies.
So up top, Illyria,
All
one zombie remains that you know of.
right. I'll start pacing back and forth a little bit, looking at my crossbow like there's gotta be something wrong with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I will walk over here and okay, let's try again.
Yeah, so you take another shot, and Dire Wolf, you feel something kind of tink off of your backside a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Toothless.
All right. Anything else from Illyria?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Dire Wolf, Skull, and Thogrum, you guys see from the two dead or re-dead zombies, more of those purplish worms are kind of crawling out of the bodies and just sort of into the water.
Just like Thousand Teeths, the ones.
Yes, they are very much like Thousand Teeths.
Are they glowing in the water? Or are they just like?
I would say they have the faintest bit of like self-phosphorescence as they exit, and then they quickly sort of fade as they try to swim deeper and away from you guys.
Okay, last question. Was the color similar to the one of the pearl?
Yes.
All right, well, awesome.
All right. So that brings us to dire wolf, scaled wolf, toothless. He goes by many names.
I think Scaled Wolf is gonna dive down to grab this pearl.
All right.
And
this guy hasn't put on much of a show here. So he will feebly attempt to claw at you as you swim away from him. So sad. All right. Just lets out pitiful screaming moans as you dive down into the water. Yeah, so it's
like cute doggy paddling occurs. He like tries to like grab it in his mouth.
Yeah. So you swim down to it, and it is it's really big, 5 feet across. You could definitely try to grab it in your mouth and start swimming away with it.
I'm gonna go for the old mouth grab, I guess.
Yeah, this might be one of those situations where you have to kind of wrap the neck and forearm around it, and then swim with 3 legs and a tail, sort of thing.
Oh yeah, whatever
Yeah.
is required.
All right. So just keeping in mind that in this form, you don't have a swim speed. So it is going to be like a move and a dash just to get down to this thing.
That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Skull, you're up.
I'll move up closer. I'll just be like wondering why the scale wolf left. We're toothless wind. Like, oh, okay, I'll fight it.
Okay.
Attack it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is a hit.
No sneak
Nice.
attack though. So regular.
All right, it takes 7 points of damage as you stab into it, and the creature just lets out pitiful moaning screams at you.
It
Anything else
already
from
used
Skull?
its reaction, didn't it? So I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Yeah, let it come to me. I can go one more
Alrighty,
actually, so I'll go
Spencer.
here.
Rescue mission successful. You have returned Big Boy to the surface.
All right, he's gonna pull him closer to the thing.
Okay. All right, Thagrum, you
Come
are
on,
pulled,
Thagrum.
you're pulled closer to the to the monster.
It's just kind of one of those scenes where like he's got me by like the back of the collar, and I'm just kind of getting like drugged. through
Yeah,
the
yeah, a
water.
little bit. What was a rescue mission now sort of feels like you are being used as bait.
Just very angrily like floating in the water with like a shield and a fucking hammer. And
Helpless.
All right, the creature seems to be coming towards it, and it is eager for your approach. It is going to try and bite and claw you.
I'm gonna.
It
Oh,
is
that's
very
right, he's
sad.
moving into
Yeah,
me,
it does nothing to you. All right, and you're up, Thagrum.
Then that'll be my turn right there. I'll use Sacred Flame.
Okay. You also have your bonus action for your spiritual weapon. Don't forget.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it takes the 5 points of damage plus the damage it took from Skull. It is bloodied.
And then hold the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, that is a hit. And 10 more will do it, but will it survive? Let's find out. It's got to get a 15 or higher. It does not. So a second one is crunched like a soda can by Gon's anvil. Alrighty.
And that's it for me. Sorry.
And that's actually the end of combat. So, with things kind of freed up a little bit, yeah, Toothless, you are definitely struggling here with no swim speed. You get it in like the crook of your leg, and you've got like your mouth holding it in place, and you're trying to swim up while not letting go of all the air that you have, right? Because
I go right over and help him.
Yeah, you're pretty sure this is like a underwater raccoon gets its hand stuck in the raccoon trap trying to grab the treasure situation. Like he
Yep.
would maybe die down here. So okay, so you kind of swim up and try to help him carry it up, and it's very buoyant. It's almost like hollow. It's so buoyant. But yet it has enough weight that it sank to the bottom by itself. Very unusual object. But yeah, you guys get it up to the surface. Do you want to just hang out in the middle of the spooky lake, or do you want to take it back to the
Nope.
shore? Okay.
Yeah, let's move to the shore, and
All right. You guys should have control
That's
over
a
that.
hard pass.
Yeah, you should have control over that object, so you should be able to move it if you need to.
And when I was down there and looking at it, did I see any like writing on it or runes or anything around
Yeah,
it?
like, the crazy thing is it was just like those 4 creepy tentacles.
Yeah.
And the thing, there was no sign of any sort of like arcane runes or eldritch marks or anything like that. So it kind of looked like that a little bit.
Is Buddy looking at it, or is he still looking to the northwest?
Oh, yeah, he's still looking to the northwest. He does not seem to have an interest in this right now.
Interesting.
But he's busy. Call back later.
Yep.
Thogrum, as a rational person, you can't believe that conversations like this are even happening, because the doll is just looking in whatever direction its floppy head happens to be aimed. That's what's looking at.
Doll doesn't care about Buddy. I've actively tried to ignore it, but like me as a player can't help but
hate it deeply.
No, I actually love it. I love that it's just become a thing now, and I love that I'm trying to role playing that my character doesn't care about it at all.
But yeah, what you see here is kind of what you get. It is a grotesque green sphere. It is, semi-opaque, so you can kind of see inside, and it sort of looks like the inside is coated in like a green slime that sort of moves all by itself. Yeah,
I think we should smash it and burn it.
You want me to try to identify? I can try to ritual cast identify, or
Sure.
if everybody is willing to sit here for a second.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Thumbs
healing
up
off
from-
magic. I mean, I don't think it's doing it anymore, but maybe identify will give us something. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit down and give it a look over and ritual cast identify.
All right. You guys try to spare 10 minutes. And as you do, you cast identify. This is a key of some sort. It is used to activate to unlock something. Based on what you can tell from identify, it is activated with blood. The blood needs to be from a sea elf to work.
Oh gosh.
You think that in a pinch, you might be able to use regular elf blood.
Hello.
Nobody
Why are you
looks at
looking me
Illyria.
like that?
Yeah.
So that's why they want sea elves.
Yeah.
To
It's
use
sea
the
elf
sea
blood
elves
to activate their
this
magic
thing
things.
in order to turn
Yep. So apparently the key absorbs the blood, and then the key is placed on the pedestal. It activates. It unlocks something. So whatever just happened, basically locked something back up.
Should we maybe
That's
investigate the
probably
other side of the room?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plot thickens for sure.
Yeah, I think guys, we leave it here for now. I do want to see where those guys came from, and then we can go check out the northwest.
Yeah.
Can
but
we
he's like,
sort of disguise it
Yeah, I can try and hide it.
somehow?
Yeah, I mean, if
I-
Illyria could disguise some strings with bones, I'm pretty sure she could find a way to kind of and somebody's dead body. I think she could probably handle this.
But, I mean, we could just put it in the water as well. You know, just set it back in the water so it's submerged
Roll
a
it
little
down
bit.
to the bottom.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty nasty at the bottom of this pond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We could
a lot of the silt and stuff. I mean, there's a good chance that that was like dead creatures, like Mariana Trench style. Like, what you see isn't silt at all, but the eroded flesh of countless dead creatures, kind of deal.
I was thinking we could put it in the little cubby we were sitting at. We can hide it in the corner there. Put like some rocks over it or something. Come back for it.
I mean, it's like what, 5 foot by?
Yeah, it's a 5 foot across. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yes, hide it underneath the octopus.
Or just set
Yeah.
it around the corner. I mean, what are the chances that somebody's gonna come over here and mess with it?
Well, I say put it
Yeah.
where we rested because I still have that trap. Well, not alarm.
And since you guys are aware of it, I will go ahead and put a pedestal there so that you know that that's where it is, in case it's relevant or something.
You're in the water temple, boys.
Yeah, I think Toothless would kind of like look like excited to you all. He'd like kind of like wag his tail, his little scaly tail, and he would like kind of like begin moving over to the northeast.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll hide it, I guess, over here. And
Sure.
put some shit on it.
Yeah, while I'm hiding that, can I hand Thorgrim my crossbow and be like, the aim is obviously off. Can you look at it?
My controller's broken.
Yeah,
Fix
obviously.
it.
Yeah.
I'm getting annoyed.
Hold on a second. Let's see here.
All right.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's watch
spiritual
those
weapon kind of
mushrooms.
comes over and examines the crossbow. It kind of gives you a look, Thogrum, like, this lady, am I right?
I'm just gonna fumble around with it for a little while.
Okay. Yeah,
Like I know
spiritual
what-
weapon kind of moves in for the block, even though it's probably way past its duration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you could use it as an anvil. Like it just sits down and then you just like starts working like an anvil. Maybe someday.
Yeah. That'd be a nice boon, actually. If your spiritual weapon could just be a weapon for, or an object when it's not a spiritual weapon, that'd be kind of hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll cost a spell
Toothless.
slot.
Do you have any idea what those other splooshing sounds were? There was only 2 or 3 zombies, but we heard so many things splashing into the water.
You get like a wet, like waggly tail, I think, and he just starts like doggy paddling, like into the dark. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there are a bunch of those big, fat, brown mushrooms.
Stay
growing
away!
along the wall there as well.
Really far away.
And Buddy is riding triumphantly.
Okay.
The heck is that? Whenever I see new train, I'm like,
Yes. So there is essentially a bridge of land up ahead here, and it immediately just goes into a river.
Is it going fast?
The river is not. It is traveling at a languishingly slow pace.
Can I like get some of it? Is it like salt water or is it like stagnant water like everything else?
Ooh, you want to drink some of this water?
No, I don't want to drink some of the water. I'll
Oh.
just smell it.
Get out your saline testing kit. Like, what is the? You gonna just smell it?
Yeah, when we get an eco-sure in here.
Yeah,
I mean, if
give me
it's
a
moving.
perception check to see if you can smell anything funky about the water. Oops, I drew those arrows in the wrong direction.
Would Toothless also notice anything funky about the water? Not even tasting it.
Yeah, so Skull with what, like a 3?
No.
Yeah, it's man, it is definitely water. And it is cleaner water than what you've encountered so far. But by no way would you feel comfortable drinking this water. There we go. These little blue squiggles are kind of showing the direction that the current is going. Now you might say, what's off the map there to the right there, Dungeon Master? And that's a fantastic question. As we discussed last week, the planet of Toril is the size of Jupiter, and it is a big, hollow ball of Swiss cheese with the largest Underdark of any planet in the Dungeons & Dragons system. You could see that the cave kind of comes down to meet the waterline, and the water is sort of flowing out from like an under a submerged river. So you cannot see where it goes, but you are completely within your rights to swim upstream underwater in the dark, in an underdark river, find out where it is coming from.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that right now.
Okay.
I think we're good.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun to go off the rails for a little while.
No, it is definitely the equivalent of like, I'm gonna jump off this waterfall in Worlds of Warcraft kind of thing, like because I can, because no one can stop me. So yeah, you could definitely explore it if you'd like. You may or may not end up in a different part of the Underdark. It may be fed from the ocean. You have a druid and a ranger in the party. That's probably the two most likely things, is that it is either going to lead you deeper into the Underdark, or it will lead you back out to the ocean. Because the interesting thing about the Underdark waterways is that a lot of them are created by holes, as crazy as that sounds, in the ocean floor. Because the oceans of the world are fed by the elemental plane of water. Yeah, it just gets crazier and crazier.
Well, it satisfied my curiosity. I think we can go back. There's another shelf down this way, though. Check out.
All right, and you do hear another sort of moaning scream from the northwest part of the river.
Northwest, so like kind of over here?
Yeah, it's from that direction.
Ooh. What would you guys... Well, wag. Toothless begins to move this direction. What do you guys think?
How fast is the current?
It is, at this part, it is sort of languishingly slow. So it would maybe lazy river style. If you just floated there, you would maybe move like 5 or 10 feet, per round kind of thing.
I just hang back with Skull real quick while he checks out the shelf, kind of keeping an eye on him and an eye on where everyone else is.
So this is kind of like a, I don't know, like a retcon kind of thing. But whenever she moved the ball or the orb, whatever you want to call it, out of the key or the pedestal, did we hear anything noticeable? Like, would we have been able to hear anything?
Like did a text box pop
Click
up that said
or something?
a weird sound came from the darkness? Yeah. Not that Toothless, who has the best passive perception, recalls. Yep.
Yeah. That whole Zelda like kind of noise.
Yeah. You did not hear anything like that, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that's the way Buddy wants to go? I thought it was from where we were. Or, alright, whatever. I don't care. There's another shelf down here. Maybe you want to check it out first, or across the lake again?
Yeah, I say we check out this area before we because we don't know where this is gonna take us. So before we get all crazy, we might as well just.
Okay. All right, so you kind of walk along the edge there, trying not to dip too much into the pool, and you come to another area that sort of goes down into a flooded area. I will draw real quick where it submerges all the way. So where you see that squiggly blue line, that is where it goes from shallow, or you could at least surface for air, into a flooded passage.
Let me go check it out real quick.
Yeah, I turn into a seal.
Okay.
And now I see it for the first time. I'm like, what the? Yeah, it's underwater. I guess he's not.
I'll send Spencer with them. Right? I just can't see any of his stuff, though.
Well, right. Because you can't see through his eyes without, like, Beast Bond or whatever that spell is. Isn't there, like, a spell that lets you see through his eyes? Something like that.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be fine. He could, yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't found out yet that he's immortal, so that's good. So. Or I guess he's eternal, because he can die, but he can't die forever. So, yeah. So he's basically like Tiamat. So, humble brag. Yeah, so you guys are completely submerged underwater as you go through this area.
Yeah, this is led back. We've gone on.
Yeah, and you see a floaty Sahaugan corpse up ahead.
Guess we should go back, and then we'll go up that river if you want.
We still have the other part where the octopus was. We still have a lot of area over there to uncover.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's where I thought we originally wanted to go, but I guess if we want to check out the river, that's cool too.
While they're doing that, can I take my crossbow and to see if he fixed it?
Yeah.
Take a shot at something?
Sure. Do you want to try to shoot one of these bloated zombie corpses that's floating?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Better have fixed it.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Good as new. You see that?
Yes, thank you.
There, I told you that's what Thulgrim does.
Okay, so vote.
I knew there was
we
something
go
wrong with it.
upriver, or we go to the northwest where we fought those weird Malders.
Why don't we go to the northwest? Buddy thinks there's something up there.
You mean the river? I guess they both go to the same place.
I think they go to the same place.
Lazy River.
Yes.
Do they?
I'm kind of scared of like the open water though.
Yeah, especially currented water. It's going somewhere. You know.
I guess we should find out how deep this is, because you're gonna sink to the bottom, right? So.
Spencer will help, Thulgrim.
Spencer's my pull noodle.
God.
Spencer looks up at you, Thulgrim, and in his best David Hasselhoff impersonation, he says, "Honk," and he begins to lead you towards the water.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and the two of you kind of like run slow motion towards the water.
I'm going. Can I use a?
"I'll Be There" plays in the background. It's incredible.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I should use my artisan's blessing to just make a floaty thing to attach to Spencer. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. What material would you like to make the floaty thing out of?
Well, it takes an hour, but I don't want to like retcon a whole hour worth of me like hammering out and
right
for future, right?
Yeah,
in
the future I'm going to.
Yeah.
So for now, you'll just use whale assistance. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang on to him.
Okay.
You have to roll initiative.
Yeah, there is a little zombie fish that's just sort of like swimming around, and as he sees you, he lets out a loud screaming moan.
Ew.
So I guess we should roll some initiative.
Make like a little collar, and that little collar would have maybe some guides.
Yeah, it's definitely either going to be that or like a little thing that fits in his mouth that like
Harness or
extends out
something.
the side
Mm.
that I can like hold on to.
Oh man, it's a good initiative. All right, everybody rolled in.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, Illyria, you are up first.
All right. Here's the true test.
Your Beastmaster senses are going wild. You feel that there is a large aquatic predator nearby.
I don't want to go to the big water. Too late now.
My senses are tingling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
All right, let's see.
Dear, I don't think I can fix
Patricia
that.
tingle. It's a Patricia tingle.
Oh.
It's broken again.
All right, so
You didn't fix it.
As you hop in the water, you wearing the armor that gives you a swim speed though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it can't be your swim speed that's causing the problem. You go in and you take a shot and you just sort of sploosh, like shoot into the water, and I guess everybody looks away, embarrassed. So
I think you lied to me. You didn't do anything to it.
Dear, I think you're holding it wrong.
Spencer, you're holding on to this dwarf. What do you want to do?
He's gonna charge ahead with the
Okay.
dwarf.
Yeah.
All right, so he uses action. So he's grappling the dwarf. And he's gonna pull the dwarf along with him. So he moves at half speed, so you can move 40 speed if you take a dash action, and bring the
Okay.
dwarf along with you.
So 5.
And I'm just gonna be cheering him on, like, that's right, boy.
Okay.
He can move 20 or full speed.
He can move 20 because you move half speed while you're grappling, which is essentially what he's doing. He's grappling Thogrum and kind of dragging.
Oh, but
him
then
along
use
with
the
him.
action.
But then he could use his action to dash if he wanted to. Move
All right,
him.
yeah, he's gonna do that.
Okay. And then Thogrum, you
Come
can
on.
move any space adjacent to Spencer. And Spencer, as the people of Saltmarsh would say, you get a hinky die feeling as you go further down the river.
Oh boy.
You do not feel safe.
Ooh.
Thogrum, you can see just out at the edge of your dark vision another one of these fish dudes and what looks like a human zombie.
Ew.
Oh god. Yep.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
And the human zombie is standing along the shoreline in what looks like the opening to a passageway.
Are you anything?
Right. Thogrum, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say that there's a couple more things up here. Like kind of like hold my hands up like 2 and like point that direction.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Sacred Flame this thing in front of me for 1 damage. That's
It will try its best to avoid this powerful attack. Hold on.
pretty important.
Yeah. You go to blast it, and it throws itself on you, biting at your face, tearing at your beard, and the spell just kind of goes off against the wall instead.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna kind of like reach, grab the little parchment, and then circle like Gone, Protect, and then I'm gonna circle Thogrum and cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
On myself.
So you cast Shield of Faith. I think that's a concentration spell, but you do get 2 extra armor class.
Yeah, it is concentration.
Alrighty. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. That brings us to this hungry fish dude. He's going to try to bite, and he's going to try to claw. The bite does not get through because your armor class is a 21 now.
Yep.
And the 1 is a terrible flub. So it just sort of beats its things against you. It dips down under the water and does a very dramatic 5e shuffle to the other side of you, splashing back out of the water. Almost as if he's making room for something. All right, Tari, you're up.
I will. I can't. Well, I'll turn back into.
Okay, turning back into your more humanoid form.
Yep. And I can't. I mean, I guess I'll hold Vicious Mockery until I see something to mock.
Okay. There is the one right here, but if you're waiting for
sorry,
something
right
fresh,
there. Okay. No, that I will mock that one.
Yeah, it looks over at you.
Yuck.
That crossing
Yuck.
its arms, like, what you got?
Yeah, it's ready. It's kind of hashtag roast me. It's gonna see if it can survive. What do you got for it? This is a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Here we go. It fails terribly. And what's the damage? All right, 3 points of damage and disadvantage as the next attack roll. Awesome. Alrighty. Anything else from Tari? This thing, it just kind of like snaps its head back from the vicious words that you said to it. Looking around, it just sort of lets out another keening, screaming moan, which is then met by a keening, screaming moan from further in, and a less keening moan, a more humanoid moan as well. They just sort of echo and reverberate off the chamber. The height, by the way, in this river is 15 feet from the surface of the water to sort of the concaved ceiling area.
Nope.
Alrighty. This other Sahaugen is going to swim 40. And then because it don't care about its life, it is going to swim another 40 up to here.
Ooh.
I know, fast for zombies. They're like the ones from that one zombie movie in the mall. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Thogrum, you see the shadowy outline of a massive torpedo-shaped creature swimming from around the bend and towards you. It appears into your dark vision. It is very big. It is very scary. And is very undead looking.
Oh, man, that's hot.
All right. So it swims up and over. It's a huge creature. Yeah. So it does not mind sharing a space with you. And yeah, so it's going to move into the space with you. And it is going to attack 2 times with its life-draining bite.
He's got the tightest butthole right now.
Yeah. Fortunately, you have not taken any damage, so its blood frenzy will not come into play. All right, here's the first attack. That is a 27 for 12 damage. Yeah. Thogrum, you realize very quickly that this is probably not a monster that you want to fight at this time.
Yeah, no, not so much. Like,
all right, give me a Constitution save.
Holy sh! Oh God, you're gonna get eaten.
Constitution save. Hold
on. All right.
DC 17. Holy.
And then it will also, with its second bite, attack Spencer.
Oh no.
Poor baby.
27 for 30.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Spencer,
Oh
I need
my
you to make a
God, Spence.
Constitution saving throw. All right. You make the save. It does not drain your life force with its bite, and that is its turn. Toothless, the scaled wolf.
Wow.
Yeah.
That.
Wait, how much
Yeah.
damage did he do to Spencer?
30.
30. I think
Ooh,
Spencer has, what, 1 HP?
he's at 1 HP.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of knew what I was gonna do before that happened, and then that happened. Yeah, fuck it.
And Thogrim, don't forget the bonus HP that you got from Tari.
Yeah. It's all gone.
Okay.
Toothless is gonna move up and try and like at least give like a little bit of cover.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So he'll attempt to bite the shark.
All right. A 14. Oh, sorry, a 16 because you have pack tactics does hit.
Yeah.
All right. The creature takes 9 points of damage, maybe, and let's see. It's got to make a strength saving throw. It gets a 22.
Oof. Run away!
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from a skilled wolf?
Scaled wolf will remain within about 5 feet, but not leave yet, I think.
All right.
Yeah, all good.
Skull, you're up.
Okay. Character trait: I am always calm, no matter what the situation. I never raise my voice or let my emotions control me. Okay. Let's see.
You take out like a laminated business card and read that to yourself. It's like Skull Incorporated. Need a good bodyguard? Always calm under pressure.
All right.
Tuck the card away. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to take out a net, and I'm going to. I doubt the net's big enough for the shark, but I'm going to attempt to hit this one with it.
Okay.
But I'll get a little closer to do that. As net has 15 feet. But I think you mentioned in the water combat that net is one of those ones that doesn't have disadvantage underwater.
Right. Yeah. Net loves being used in the water.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and tangle this guy up, and hopefully we can get. Hopefully Tariq can get away from it. All right. Okay. So net. I think.
All right. Let's see. In 11, for these guys, you were trying to get a 12.
Okay, then I did want to use a superiority to make it a precision attack. So I'll add 1 to it. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you just managed to snag them in your net. Okay.
I'll say, we need to leave now. And I was going to start swimming back. So
right.
the creature should be restrained by the net.
Gotcha.
1,
Thank
2,
you.
3, 4. Action surge. Make it dash. It's only lands only. How far is it? It's 30 feet away from me. No, he'll defeat the rest of just helping other people get back. That'll be him.
Okay. Illyria and Spencer, you're level 4. You've learned by now that all the monsters in the world respect forced movement, sort of like they respect 5 robots turning into 1 big robot. So if Spencer pulls Thogrum like he's been doing, Spencer would have to worry about provoking opportunity attack, but Thogrum would not because he is being forced to move. So just kind of keep that in mind. So Illyria, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the shark.
Okay. As you Hunter's
And-
Mark it, you see its eyes gleam with like an inner almost fire. And it thrashes about and seems very agitated that you would do this to it.
Oh gosh. You bit my whale.
It did.
And I am going to, God, Pilgrim, why didn't you fix this? And really, really hope that it's fixed.
Thogrum, if you had to guess, you'd say this creature's swim speed is probably a 50. Watching it approach you. Oh, he definitely didn't fix it. Yeah, you go to fire it and it jams up, and you kind of like hit it, and the crossbow bolt kind of pops out, and there's sort of a twang, and yeah, it is not happening. There's no damage to it, but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna swim 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay. Spencer, you're up.
I can't see his mini.
Oh,
so-
yeah. Let's see. There you go.
So he'll disengage.
Okay. And he's still grappling Thogrum, so he can, if he'd like, move 20 feet and drag Thogrum with him.
Okay, yeah.
Or he could just leave Thogrum to his fate and disengage and move his full 40.
No, he'll disengage and
All right.
with his 15, 20.
All right, Thogrum, you could be in any space adjacent to Spencer since you are being grappled.
Go right here.
Hold on, 10, 15, 20.
All right, that would be Spencer's turn. Thogrum, you're up.
So I'm gonna kind of like, after getting that hit, I'm gonna kind of like regret everything I said about.
Oh yeah, and we also need a Constitution save to see if you maintained your concentration through that hit.
Oh yeah, actually.
17? Yeah, I don't think you took 34 points of damage.
No,
so yeah,
no.
you maintain your concentration.
I took more than I thought. I need to give myself 3 hit points because of heavy armor.
Oh, right.
So okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna think about all the times I messed with Skull. And I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Oh, okay.
Use my channel ability and Turn Undead. So everything within, all undead within 30 feet, Wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
All right. Here we go. Sahaugen that is restrained, and then regular Sahaugen that is not restrained. And this is within how many feet of you? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Each
then
undead
the
creature
great
can see.
white shark.
Do.
Baby shark.
All right.
No,
Looks like
nope.
the netted one passed, but it doesn't matter because he can't move. And the other two did fail.
Okay, so they spend. Creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't
Clutch.
take reactions or its action. It can only use the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay. That brings us to anything else from Thogrum. You still have your movement.
Then I'm going to try to move and pull Spencer with me.
Ocean,
Aw.
Ocean. I mean, he's grappling you, so I guess in this instance, yeah, sure. Like you guys are kind of working together here, so
We're kinda
you
both
can move
scared
half your
shitless.
speed, but yeah, it's like half and then half again. So you could maybe move
Move
to
one
here
step.
and then kind of push him in front of you if you want to get him further away, or leave him
Yeah,
behind as
yeah,
a meat
that's-
shield.
Yeah, we're a team at this point in time.
Okay.
So.
All right. Then let's see.
Uh,
This one is like, yeah, it's just screaming in terror at this point. It is going to, oh, and it holds on to that, and it's going to dip under the water and swim away. Do you take a reaction to attack it, which would break its thing, or do you let it go?
I
I'm
will,
talking
for
to
sure.
Skilled Wolf. Huh?
Yeah, I will definitely do a little.
Let it go. No, that breaks its.
I don't
He
think
said
he has
that-
an ally nearby though, so a 9
it?
would not get through its natural
Mhm,
armor.
mhm.
Yeah. All right, so it swims off. All right, Tari, you're up. Now there is this one here. It is not turned, and it's but it is restrained, so its attacks are going to be at disadvantage, and attacks against it will be at advantage.
I think I will give Toothless and myself and Spencer 5 temporary. Wait,
Okay.
I forget if you can go above your max HP with temp HP.
Yeah, if you temp HP is a separate HP
Yeah.
from your main HP, so you track them in two different categories. You just can't stack.
Okay.
What am I trying to say here? You can't stack additional temp HP. So the new amount, if it's bigger than the old amount, will take effect, but otherwise it won't stack.
Okay.
That being said, with that ability, sometimes it's worth using even if they won't benefit from the hit points, just because they can get that
Just to get out.
free movement. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
that
Thagrum
is.
and Spencer have both taken a buttload of damage, so they don't have temp HP right now.
Yeah, definitely
Right.
none.
So that's what I'll do, and then
Okay.
I will 2, 3,
I'm just gonna post this up.
6.
All right, so Spencer,
And
Thagrum,
Toothless.
Toothless,
You can get
and
up.
Tari, you all gain 5 temp HP. I think everybody except Toothless can use a reaction, because Toothless just uses reaction to take a move that will not provoke opportunity attacks.
So who got it again? Me, Spencer, and who else?
You, Spencer, Toothless, and Tari.
Okay.
Spencer will move with Thogrum.
Okay. All right, so you can move another 20 and then drag a Thogrum along behind him. Okay. Anything else from Tari?
Nope.
That was a bonus action, so you still have an action and a move.
I mean, I move. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I will. I'll viciously mock the one that's in the net on
Okay.
my parting gift. You like nets?
Oh, dang.
I like that net.
Last time you ever seen a
All
net
out of
used
funny
in
things,
Dungeons
yeah.
and Dragons?
All right, he takes 2 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on next attack. And as the turn ends, it will just try to escape. So I think it's a DC 10 to try to break free. Here we go. Yeah, it goes bonkers. Starts shredding the net. Try to get free. And then it will swim up with its movement to here.
That one succeeded.
That's the one that
this
succeeded,
one's had
yeah.
its feelings hurt. Yeah. This is the one that was in a net, had made it save, and got its feelings hurt. Now it broke free of the net and is swimming up to you guys. Shark, however, is going to swim away. So 30, another 20. Then he's going to take a dash action because he don't want none of that nonsense. 2 spook for him. All right. Scaled Wolf, you're up.
Rawr. Let's see.
All right. So again, moving at half speed, you start swimming your way back towards the shore. Sort of dog paddling your way there.
Yeah, is that
All
too
right.
far actually to kind of get to where he was, or no?
Yeah, I think you move 20. Your speed's what, like 40
50.
as a
It's 50. Yeah.
50. Yeah, so you do 25 per move when you're in the water.
Yeah. So I think it might have. Yeah, it was probably a little too far. So
Yeah.
probably
Also, something to keep in mind is that is Toothless trained in athletics?
no.
No. Okay. So the dire wolf body does not have actual athletics training, so you will need to do an athletics check to see if you can swim against this very weak current to move towards your allies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna.
you actually would go. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, so I guess you would kind of sort of paddle in place against the slow-moving current, and you guys see that he's struggling.
Yeah, if anything, he maybe even like gets moved like backwards. I feel like
Yeah,
that was pretty bad.
yeah. So you know that your humanoid form, your lizard folk form, has a swim speed, but yeah, this big animal is more for like prowling forest and swampy areas, not so much just swimming around like this. So you may need to start exploring other animal forms for other environments. But yeah, you are slowly drifting down the river as you try to swim against it. You guys watch in horror as the scaled wolf begins dog paddling frantically.
Oh, no.
Skull, with the dark vision, it kind of looked like a Punch and Judy show, and it looked like Buddy was kind of hitting him on the back of the head like Mario used to punch Yoshi. And it didn't seem to do any good. All right, you could still take an action, but that action can't be used to move against the current of the river because you're just sort of being carried away. So do you want to use the action for anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of given where we are, Toothless will turn back into Toothless.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back into
Seems
Toothless.
reasonable.
All right. And it's a bonus action for you to turn back into yourself?
That is
as a move druid, or is it still a full action?
I thought it was a bonus.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
a
have
bonus.
guessed a bonus.
Okay. So then you could, at that point, use your action to dash in your normal swim speed if you'd like.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Okay.
He's gonna grab Buddy. Make sure, Buddy needs to be safe, and then he's gonna run.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, the current is not tough enough that anybody with a swim speed or even training in athletics would have had to worry about it. But yeah, untrained swimmers, it's definitely enough with the stress of the shark and the zombies and everything that I would have needed to check in. You didn't have a lifeguard seal or whale with you, so all right. Skull, there's a little dude behind you, but other than that, you don't see hide nor hair of the other creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna flip around and bash this thing in the head with my shield.
All right, do it. Do it.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Oh.
7 points of damage.
And since it was a improvised weapon, I'm gonna bonus action grapple him.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Oh, he is grappled, very much so. You kind of lift him up out of the water. He's like flailing about. All right. Anything else from Skull?
Got some movement. And I'm gonna be halved and then halved again, so I got 35.
So what, like maybe 10 feet?
Maybe 10 feet?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'll
All right, so
I'll-
dragging this thing towards the shore.
yeah.
Illyria, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab my crossbow and start banging it because I'm really fucking frustrated with it.
Yeah.
But I'll take aim at that guy.
Okay.
If this thing doesn't work, I'm gonna toss it. Is he grappled?
He is grappled, but I don't think Skull has unlocked the Mega Deluxe grappling yet, which is where he restrains and grapples at the same time. I think that is his goal, though, is to head towards that.
Okay.
So right now he can't move, but it would still just be a normal attack roll. Yeah, there you go. All right.
There it is. Nice.
We did
And
it.
it is dead. A clean shot right through the forehead plate. He is Dunskies.
Just needed to be hit a little bit.
It's like a little imperceptible pebble, like when you're bashing on it, gets lodged out of it, just kind of falls off, and then it clicks, and then little rock was stuck in it. Right.
All right. So, with that, you have a minute before these things maybe come back. So, I'm going to take you out of combat. Is that okay with everybody? Because I'm assuming you're getting away from the river.
Yeah.
Unless you want to test whether or not the shark would beach itself to try to get you.
I definitely would.
No.
That'd be awesome.
I have Hunter's Mark on it, so
Watch
I
out
can
for the
see if it's coming back.
mushrooms, though, y'all.
I'll put Buddy like right on the charge, just looking out.
Okay.
Oh, but how long does Hunter's Mark last? Doesn't it let you know where it's at?
Yeah, it's for an hour right now.
Okay, so Toothless, go ahead and give me a d20 roll, please.
On it.
Okay, yeah, Buddy just sort of sits there. Yeah, so Illyria, it is currently right around here. But as the minute passes, it does start to move back around that bend.
I think the big boy's coming back.
It is getting ready to turn the bend and kind of come towards you guys. As you,
Can I hold an action to
Toothless.
shoot it if it
yeah,
comes
sure.
into sight?
All right. Yeah, it is down there towards the bottom of the river, so it is going to have a little bit of cover. But yeah, it is swimming towards you guys. Do I need to get back into initiative here? It kind of looks like it.
What are you doing? Let's get the fuck out of there.
All right, back into initiative. Here we go.
How do you
take a shot to start us off, Illyria, and then roll into initiative. Yeah, what's up?
Toothless would have also have cast Spike Growth.
Spike Growth. Where on the land?
In the sea.
In the river?
Yeah,
like the river bed. I mean, you can't turn the water into spikes, but it has to be a surface.
Yeah, how do you want to handle that kind of stuff in a?
Well, I mean, if you cast it so it goes into the river, it would be the river bed, and then in this case, like the sides of the river, like the walls of the cavern and stuff. But the water itself wouldn't be a qualifier. I mean, you can't turn the water into spikes. So essentially, the water would allow him to fly over that spiky terrain. You kind of see where the problem be? Like if this was the half pipe that is the river, you would be spiking up all of that part, right? And then he would just be like, cool story, bro, and just kind of swimming, like that. It's a happy face.
Nice drawing.
Thanks.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, he's very excited. That being said, if the spike growth also included up here on the shore, it would be a huge detriment to come up on the shore, but it would also be detrimental to your allies depending on where you laid this thing down. Because spike growth is pretty big. I got a template for it. Let's see.
I think it's a fireball. It's like 20-foot radius.
It is.
Yeah. Where are you at, spike growth? Okay.
Might want to grab Buddy Toothless because he's about to be jawsed.
There we go. Spike growth. Let's see. It's a little bit bigger than that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that would be your spike growth template.
Cool. I mean, I think I would like to move it up, like mostly on the water, I guess.
Can't be on the water. It needs an anchor point to some surface.
Right. Yeah. It has to be ground to be effective.
Like you might be able to do it on like maybe the side of the wall, but even then, I think we're out of here. That's the spell, so.
Yeah, it's just the first two words of the spell description are the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna leave, we should probably just leave. And then I think I'd also like to figure out like how to adapt druid spells to a 3D campaign as well.
Well, there is a document that has spells just for this campaign that you may want to check out to see what your other more aquatic options are. It's linked from the resources, I think, on our Discord, or from the Google site for the campaign has a link to the document.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So you got to hold on to that spell slot for now.
Yep. Won't cast it.
All right. Still gonna need some initiative here because he is pissed and he is coming, and Illyria is taking a shot at him. So it could be a quick initiative round, but we do need to resolve what's going on here. And it could just be Thogrim runs up and is like, "You shall not pass." Slam the warhammer down, and it runs away again. But there was some lingering here, so we're gonna see what happens. All right. There's also a buddy on the shoreline, so that's stressful. All right. It looks like Illyria is first with a 15.8.
And I already rolled the crossbow.
Right, and so you took your shot, your free shot to start things, which was a 25, which is totally a hit, even with the cover from the water.
He's not considered a beast anymore, is he?
No, he is very much a undead. But yeah, you do 18 points of damage to him. All right, now you get to go again because we started combat formally.
Put another bolt in. I'm really angry at what it did to my... It's my poor baby.
Nice.
Okay, yeah,
now it's working fine.
All right, yeah, 16 more damage. Very nice. All right, anything else from Illyria?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Watch out for the mushrooms.
These are the brown mushrooms are bad?
Aren't those the ones that
those are the ones that turn into the hamburger helper?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the
some of them turned into meatballs, but
yeah, not all of them. But
yeah,
they're using it before.
The big ones do, yeah.
Cautious.
All right, I'll stay right here.
Okay, Toothless, you see this shark, and you see Buddy.
Oh, look at that in a little sailor outfit.
All right, so what's the plan?
I'll grab Buddy.
All right, gonna run up. So 5 feet of movement, item interaction. Grab Buddy.
Yeah. And then I think he's gonna dash.
Okay.
Definitely ignoring the mushroom. Let's see. So I think he gets it to right about there, probably.
Okay. Tari, you're up.
How
big was a huge creature? Is 5 by 5? 20 feet?
He's taking up a 15 by 15 space. I mean, he's much longer than that, but the longer bits don't. There's no rectangle shaped monsters in 5th edition, so.
I am. Jeez.
It's one of those times that the top-down minis are kind of cool.
I'm.
Prepare an insult, but have disadvantage if it
that's exactly
fails.
what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm gonna.
I think it'd be so cool if this
I'm
thing
gonna
just
come up with an
leaps.
insult in my head.
It leaps out of the
For-
water, like coming this way, and just goes down like the
In case
side of
I
the
see
tunnel.
it.
Just like
Yeah.
Yeah, so his thing's 15 by 15, but he'd probably be something like that as far as the actual size. If you're like wondering, like, because sharks aren't shaped like giant balls, but Dungeons and Dragons. All right. So Tari is going to use her concentration to ready a vicious mockery and maintain her current position. Is that correct? Is all that right?
I backed up a little.
Okay, so you backed up a little and you're holding your concentration
Yeah.
slot for vicious mockery. All right, Spencer, what's the plan? Rematch?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm gonna tell Spencer to back away.
Okay.
I'll take care of this. You go over there.
All right. Yeah. Let's see.
God.
There you
Oof. Trixie. Does it want to jump? Or does it want to turn around?
Gonna
It did
free
take
willy this.
Took some two pretty hard hits there. Yeah, I think it would swim up, realize it's not working out, and then probably turn around and then kind of dash action back the other way. Kind of sinking down into the water. It has no intention to fight unless you guys want to keep it going. I think it's going to go off and do other stuff.
Sounds great.
What are we thinking? Because we did put some damage into it.
No. No, this thing's going down. Can I take out one of my salted fish that I have?
Okay.
No.
I'm
amazing.
going to. Well, I'll give one to Spencer so he can eat it, and
Alright.
then another one. I just kind of want to rub the blood that Spencer has on it, and
Okay.
toss it in the water to try to bait it back.
Oof. So you're going to head back to the edge. All right, we're going to stay in initiative then. Thogrum, you can see that Illyria's got ideas. She's got ideas that she's doing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start running this way, and then stop and look back at her. Notice that she's playing like aggressive, and just kind of like sigh. All right, folk, and then kind of like slowly but surely like march my way back this way,
No, you can stay there.
and then stay like
Okay.
right about this area. And what's worth?
Oh,
How far? Spiritual weapon, 60 feet. And then I'm gonna. Can I cast spiritual weapon in the water over here?
Yeah, I mean it's a magical, like basically hard hologram. So it goes where it goes.
I just want to make a sploosh.
Okay.
Attack the water.
All right. Yeah. So just kind of summon it and have it start slapping the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna take the dodge action.
All right. Skull, what's the plan?
This is part of me that just wants to play D&D and say I want to take the fish from Illyria and I'm gonna stand over here and I'm gonna try and bait it to jump into this pool. But it's not a funny thing.
We could just throw it in the water, right? Just bait it into the, toss it into the water. That was my plan. I was just.
I want to be like dance on the edge, but that's not the kind of character he is. So he's gonna take the dodge action. He's gonna say, "Going to fight it. Maybe we should try and get it into this pool where we can deal with it better. Maybe toss the fish into this pool. I don't know. But yeah, we'll take the dodge action, and then I guess I will get comfortable with these mushrooms. Prepare to strike.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
So
I'm also gonna call it Toothless if he wants to set up this spike trap here, and might be able to, if we can I don't know how smart it is. If we can lure it on here, it would take a lot of damage from a spike growth if it was like... With that in mind, I'll go this way a little bit, even more. I'm done.
All right, Illyria. Yeah, you pull out fish, start blooding it up, kind of thing, with some blubber blood.
So wait, did Skull take the fish or did
I did not.
I
I
assume-
wanted to, but I...
Yeah, no, he didn't take your fish.
No.
All right. Would I have had to? I would have had to walk to Spencer first, right?
Yeah, so we
The-
would probably just kind of
Mhm.
roll it up into like your action would have been like, getting the fish, getting it set, then you would have like your movement still.
Okay. Can I hand the fish to somebody with a good arm?
Sure.
Who wants to throw this? I'll give it to. I don't know who wants it. Thulgrim?
Toothless is next up in the initiative and close to you. The other two
Okay.
guys have taken dodge actions.
Okay, I'll give it to Toothless if he wants to toss the fish.
All right.
Happy to throw
If
it.
he wants to do that, I don't.
Happy to.
Okay.
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 Toothless, you've been given a bloody salted fish. It is in your hands.
I guess he'll throw it right about there.
Okay, just gonna kind of toss it down on the ground.
I think so.
All right.
And we'll try and cast spike growth on the ground.
Okay.
Right next to it.
Gonna go ahead and do a spike growth there. Okay. Let me grab an actual spike growth template from my folder, so I don't have to make it again.
I think she meant in the water though, because just to try to lure it in. That's why it's bloodied, like a bloodied fish. So that way the
Okay.
shark gets the hint.
So we'll put it right there then, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere. So just way that
So that
way.
way blood can go into the dirt.
Yeah.
All right. So if
Yeah.
you
Beat
if
it
you're
up.
gonna go that far, you're gonna need to move up to drop it. Otherwise, you'd have to use an action to try and throw it.
Sure.
Okay.
Happy to move up a little bit.
Okay.
See his voice
I
there?
still can sense him. He's
Good
not
idea.
near the
Dash
edge of the
away,
water,
Which
right?
means he can just dash back. Or,
I mean, he is. I mean, he's about 50 feet from the shoreline. He could definitely swim back if he was provoked or lured.
Drop that fish, you better run.
turn into something. Take a hit.
Yeah, and then he'll kind of put it right about there-ish, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry. Actually, there.
Okay. Now it's friendly fire, so you don't want to be in. You don't want to also be in there.
Yeah, could he kind of move back while he was casting it or not?
If you have enough speed, sure.
He doesn't move very far. So let's see. Yeah. That would be pretty easy.
Okay.
You could turn it into something as a bonus, right? Not have any
Now,
left.
3, you're up.
I will continue to think of really mean things to say to a
Okay.
rotting.
Spencer bleeding with 1 HP.
He'll be
Oh, yeah.
in the corner licking his wounds with the dodge action.
All right. Illyria, you feel the creature continue to swim away.
Swimming away.
Yeah. It is north and west of your current location.
Okay.
All right. I think, unless Thogrum and Skull have some thing they want to do, it has left the field of battle and is out of range for spells and attacks. So I think we might be good. Thogrum, Skull, you got anything you want to jump in on?
No, I mean, I don't. There's nothing I can do. I can't move.
All right. So, tense moments pass. The ground covered in vicious spikes, a spiritual weapon in waiting. Yeah. Eventually, the spiritual weapon would fade.
Yeah.
And eventually, the spike growth would fade.
Yeah, Toothless will take that away for sure.
All right. Oh, it can go up to 10 minutes though, so you could maintain it for the full 10 minutes if you'd like. Might as well. If you spent the spell slot, you might as well milk it for everything you got.
Yeah. I'll go to the edge of the water and start slapping the water.
Okay.
Don't throw that fish in there. I mean, if there's any chance to come back, that'd be the way to
Yeah,
do
I'll
it.
toss the fish.
But if it
to the
doesn't, we
fish.
should just
Yeah,
get
I
out
mean
of
there
here.
was already one fish tossed in, and
there
then
was.
you kind of tossed another one in.
Okay,
But
well,
you
nah.
do see that the body of the dead zombie Sahaugen has sort of drifted at this point further down the river. The fish that was initially thrown in would have also kind of slowly drifted down the river a little bit towards the shark. Yeah, Illyria, you would say that it is displaying intelligence much greater than a beast. Similar to, it kind of reminds you a bit of Thousand Teeth, and how Thousand Teeth seem to have a bit more going on than a normal creature of his type. You just kind of look out into the darkness, the languid river sort of making its way through.
He's just chilling in the same spot. He's not moving.
He seems to be sort of, just kind of hanging out in that northeastern area. Okay. Occasionally, he does cut back a bit towards you guys, but only as far as where Thogrum first saw him. It almost seems like he is on some kind of patrol. So he goes from the east back to the west, back to the east, back to the west. He just kind of slowly swims back and forth between what seems to be like two set points.
Oh,
well,
it's a little bit unfortunate.
And maybe we come back and revisit this because, I mean, had I been a lesser dwarf, I might have been shark food. So, I mean,
well, I think we can hold up, take a short rest, then check out the northwest.
Yeah, I think that's a swell idea. I don't want to be anywhere near this thing.
All right, so you guys gonna leave the river bank, head back to your original place with your alarms and stuff, so you don't have to set them again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys should be able to free move yourselves back over to your little cubby hole. Let me make
That ball is so hidden. No one will ever see
it.
Nice.
Don't lie, you didn't see it.
All right, I'm gonna make a spike growth template since for whatever reason I have the art for it, but I can't seem to find the actual template. So I'll make you a template so you have it for next time. All right, let me check. Yeah, 1 hour passes, no random encounter.
All right, let me.
I play.
I'm gonna use a hit die.
Oh yeah, Song of Rest for anybody that wants to use hit dice. Awesome.
Nice.
How does Spencer get hit dice?
I think he is reliant on you to help him restore HP, from what I recall. Like you should have some kind of ability that can heal him up. Though I can't remember off the top of my head what it is.
I know there's one heal beast, I guess. But that's, I think that was like from, not even from standard.
Oh, whoops. But I was looking at his sheet. Got 4d8 plus 4 equals hit points. Is that hit dice or no?
Beast.
Let's see. I guess we could look it up. Right. Okay, they use their own hit dice. The number of hit dice used to calculate their HP is their effective level. Let's see. I allow Beastmasters to spend their personal hit dice on their pet. That's kind of rough. Okay. Is there a more official one? Yes, they use hit dice like characters from Mike Merles. So yeah, he would have 4 hit dice, which are listed on his character sheet. So he has what, 4d8s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you wanted to roll off, I got that hit points thing to show by clicking on them. You wanted to roll it, or maybe you could. Okay, we got the
look,
same
we
thing.
got the same thing. What are the
He has
chances?
23 hit points. Rolls all of them. Plus the 6 from Tari. 28, 29.
All right. So, Toothless, in the future, there is now a spike growth in the templates folder for you. While I'm at it, I might as well just make this here anvil into something.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, there should be in the template folder now a spike growth template if you need it in the future.
Okay, cool. How do you want to kind of handle that? So, Crash, I'll just tell you, like, I'm a little disappointed because it seems like it's kind of hard to like use that spell effectively.
You're disappointed that a spell that affects the ground didn't affect water? It's one of the most powerful spells in the game. It's just not powerful on water.
Can you let me finish?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't want it to necessarily like be like as powerful as it would have been, but I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to use it well.
Right. I mean, again, as a druid, you can change your spells every time you long rest. So if you were like a sorcerer or like a warlock or something, and you had chosen a spell like spike growth, and you're like, oh, it's not going to come in handy all the time because we're going to be in the water a lot and things like that, that would be something that we could say, oh, well, we should probably find you a different spell to use. But as a druid, I mean, you could literally just change your spells every time you take a rest, and then sort of plan ahead as characters with adaptive spell lists do, like wizards and clerics and whatnot. And then like, hey, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on land. We use, I could take spike growth. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff in the water. I'll take some of the other more aquatic based spells that would work.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely, I could see it being a point of frustration for sure, but there are, I mean, that's one of the challenges of a campaign that takes place with like water and stuff like that, which is part of why I included a document that had extra spells for the water, so that you would have other things to kind of turn to when some of the more bread and butter like spells would not be appropriate.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure my frustration will die down a little bit by the end.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
yeah.
again, like to have such a great spell as Spike Growth, and then be told that it doesn't work in this particular situation, for sure. Especially when like Fireball, you'd be like, how could a Fireball work underwater? And it's like it just does because magic, but everything would take half damage from it because if it's submerged in water, it takes half damage from fire. But then, how does a lightning bolt work underwater? It's magic, etc., etc. The key thing here is that Spike Growth specifically affects the ground, so it has to be like a surface for it to affect.
Grow
So
from. Yeah,
with the water being essentially like not a surface because it's like not ground. It's a liquid. It wouldn't work that way. So. Now, as far as like adapting it, like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool if there was like you could make like ice crystals across the surface of water or something. So that could be something that that we look at. But the counterpoint of that one might be that it only affects water and it doesn't affect ground for like balancing issues. So then you'd kind of make a choice, like, am I going to be in an area that's got more water, or am I going to be in a place that has more land, sort of thing.
Yeah,
What about like seaweed?
Yeah, but you may want to check out again those other spells that are available because there might be some really cool ones there to try out, since they're more than likely you'd only ever get to try them in this campaign.
No, I definitely will. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good. Cool.
Hit dice, we're good. Let's go.
All
Everyone
right.
healed up.
Everybody gets their hit dice. They do their stuff. Where to now, guys?
Well, I guess we go take that other area, check it out.
All right. Feel free to start moving your minis a bit. Thagrum, I'm making sure that we have a template moving forward for your anvil so that we always know where it is.
And then both my Shield of Faith and everything is worn off, so.
All right. Now, you guys do get to keep bonus hit points through a short rest, so just remember that.
Yeah.
And let's go. You guys head into the octopus room. One of the things worth mentioning in the octopus room is that one of these Sahagins seems to have been stripped of its flesh. So instead of this adorable looking creature right here, it is a whole bunch of bones and cartilage.
Does it look like an animal did it?
It looks
Or
like
precision?
it was probably stripped by an ooze.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's be on the lookout for oozes.
Which one?
So those sort of silvery, watery dudes that you fought,
Yeah.
yeah, those are oozes. So that's indication that there might be more of them in the area.
I'll pick up some more pebbles.
Okay.
Should we go check
I'd like to
the
start sneaking. What'd you
area
say?
to the right over here?
With the mushrooms?
The where we were about before we decided to go play with Jaws.
Weren't those the moving mushrooms?
These green ones were the ones that sort of occasionally would like let out little sighs, and they sort of look like they were breathing.
Should I try shooting one?
Um,
We're all the way over here.
Maybe.
I mean, you have good range, and they are glowing, so you can definitely see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
See what
can hit
happens.
it from here. Should I?
Yeah.
God. Start screaming. Go for
Alright.
it, yeah.
No, I like it. You should try.
Yeah? All right, I'll try and shoot one.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Nice.
All right, yeah, you strike the mushroom, and it just sort of explodes a bit, and a bright green phosphorescent liquid sprays out, and you hear the sizzle of acid.
Well,
Well,
these things look like they burn.
oh,
no one died.
Okay.
Can I shoot it at the base of its stem to try to break
And,
it?
Anyone trained in nature, you can attempt a fresh knowledge nature check to see if this gives you a better idea of what these are.
God, I really need to study on mushrooms, guys.
this-
We do.
It's what I'm going to be
Hey.
doing for sure when we get back.
Yeah. So Tari, these mushrooms are acid splash mushrooms. Unsure if they are named after the cantrip or if the cantrip is named after them. But essentially, they they create spores that are highly acidic, and they kind of build up acid in their caps. When they are agitated, they spray that acid around them to sort of deter things that might try to eat them.
I relay that information.
Yeah, so acid splashers are for phosphorescent green mushroom native to the Feywild Underdark. So it's pretty unusual that you would find it here. Where it grows in abundance. When upset, it will spore a cloud of acidic spores in a 10-foot radius. This will also trigger any other acid splashers that are nearby. They are all immune to their own spores and probably to acid. The spores can be harvested, dried, and brewed to create acid. And the flesh of the mushroom is technically edible, but it is very acidic and very sour in its taste, sort of like overly acidic limes. But it is very high in vitamin C.
Interesting.
Extremely high in vitamin C. Dangerously high. Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
keep.
you may have like irradiated urine if you consume too much of this
Oh, nice.
this mushroom. Yeah, light up the dark.
Yeah, coming out of this water, I'd like to definitely try and be creeping forward from here on out.
Sure.
Everyone to
Oops.
hush up. Hug along the wall.
Yeah, same here, I guess. It's a good idea.
Okay. Toothless, up ahead, you hear the blurgles of Sahugans speaking with each other.
And I'm just splashing in the water as I try to fucking panic and get out of it.
Yeah.
With a 1.
Oh.
Spencer will help you.
I fucking
He
hate the
sees that
fucking
you're panicking.
water. Oh god.
Toothless will definitely will say, I think there's some of the fish people up ahead.
Good. I'll fight anything on the fucking ground. I'm tired of the water.
And Tari, you speak Aquan, correct?
Illyria does.
Yeah, I do.
Illyria. Okay. So it sounds like Aquan, but none of the words make any sense. So it's definitely one of those like root languages type deal, but like gone in a completely different direction. So whatever like language or dialect they are speaking has its roots in Aquan, but does not. Yeah, you do not understand exactly what is being said.
It's like zombie Aquan.
No, these guys do sound very much alive.
Okay.
And Aquan, again, underwater, beautiful whale song, mermaids singing to each other. It's gorgeous. Above the water, horrible murloc sounds. So it's the same language, but it sounds completely different above the water and below the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna carefully creep towards this one and make sure this one's dead. Not moving.
Double tap it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so you kind of give it a little poke, and its body sort of twitches a bit, but it does not seem to be alive.
Gosh,
You
Logum,
do
don't
see
go
the
that way.
river,
I'll stop Logum
you
from
do
going
see the
that
river
way.
up ahead.
That's definitely where it meets.
Whether it's the same river or a different river, unknown.
Would I be able to tell, since I had Hunter's Mark on the shark, if
You have a pretty
this
good
is the
idea. This is the
general
same
area?
river. Yep.
Yeah.
And was this where Buddy was looking earlier? Or no.
Yeah, you were heading exactly towards where Buddy was looking earlier. It would be up this way.
I hold my hand up, and I tell everyone to stay low, and I point to Illyria to come next to me, and I'm gonna point out this guy over here. just take the shot if you want.
Okay, alright. I'll try and take a shot on him. Oh gosh, don't bungle this.
Oh my god, like
You have advantage from being hidden?
I'm gonna move away.
Do I?
Yeah, we're gonna need some initiative here.
Yeah.
Because you guys have definitely been spotted.
Alright, I tried.
Alright. So let's see what we're working with here.
Alright.
And I guess, yeah, in case these guys get bored, they could jump into. All right.
Oh gosh. That's not a good thing to hear.
Holy shit.
Why is the slider on the initiative order getting so small?
Right? Weird. All right. Yeah, I think that covers everybody.
It's so we can run away really quickly.
That might be interested. All right. Skull, as you are kind of whispering to your ally, you kind of see the bright kind of eyes of the creature that you see, and you realize with a sinking feeling that it is looking right at you, and it sees you very well.
Even with a 20
from
stealth?
the water off to your right, Toothless and Thogrum, you hear a sploosh and a moan, and a creature turns the corner and comes rushing towards Thogrum. It tries to bite you, and it tries to claw at you with its sad zombiness. All right, Skull, you're up.
Don't want to waste any time. He'll pull out a short sword and attack this one.
All right, against that zombie, a 12 definitely hits.
Okay. So sneak attack his ally, and I will make this a trip attack.
Okay, you're gonna do a trip attack, so it's gonna do a strength save.
Yeah, 14.
14 strength save. He fails. He is knocked prone.
Okay.
All right, 16 points of damage. And then you also add another die for superiority, right?
Yeah, oh, I rolled it with the sneak attack, so I rolled a 2 and a
together.
4.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, so he is bloodied and prone. All right, anything else from Skull?
Going to action surge and take the dodge action.
Okay, action surging into a dodge action. Illyria, you're up. At the very edge of your dark vision, you can see many Sahaugan-like shapes.
Am I able to get a clean shot on him?
He would definitely have some cover from the outcropping and just from the dim light. But you could still take a shot. You just have an improvement to his armor class.
Okay, let's see if we can get a cleaner.
Oh, you could hold if you wanted. He comes out, shoot him. Or another target.
Yeah, I'll cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And I'll wait until.
So bonus action Hunter's Mark, and then you're going to hold your action.
Yeah. For anyone that comes through, I'll take a shot at them.
Okay. All right. So while this is going on, let's see. Toothless definitely has the best ear holes so I think he would probably hear what's going on over here. Yeah. You hear the weird Sahaugan language. It sounds a lot like spell casting is going on. So they're going to cast a spell, and we'll see what happens with that. Alrighty. That would bring us to Toothless.
I think Toothless will kind of move up, bonus action, Direwolf.
All right.
For a
Let me
little
go
bit
grab Direwolf.
A little bit of rar.
Yeah, he was. Where was the last place I saw this guy?
In the river, maybe?
Yes, in the river. Yes, we're all over this map. There he is. And Toothless, here he is.
Thank you, Crash.
Yep.
He'll try and bite. Likes to bite. With advantage, I think, right?
Yep, pack tactics.
Yep.
So 21 hits for 12. 12 is going to be enough to kill him. Let's see if he makes a save. He's got to get a 17 here. He does not. So yeah, you bite in and you just tear his head clean off of his body.
Oh, he's like really happy. He's like wagging his tail like a good little puppy.
Nice.
And he'll like end his turn there, I think.
Okay. Alrighty. In that case, that brings us to another fish zombie. So it will swim to here, and then it will sploosh up onto land. And that is as far as it's going to get. And then it will take a dash action. And I guess, yeah, it's not very smart. It will just run right up to you. So it just dashes up to Skilled Wolf.
Am I able to shoot at him? I said I would shoot at any.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Anyone.
Go for it.
Okay.
12 is just enough.
All right.
Ooh, 14. He is bloodied from that one shot.
Reload.
The arrow just goes right into its chest, sticking out of its hard carapaced sternum. Kind of staggers back a bit, claws at the bolt, lets loose a moaning scream, and continues trying to attack Toothless. All right. Up top, we've got a lot of Sahaugans that have been stirred into action. So let's see what happens. Land speed, not nearly as good as their water speed, but still a 30, which is not bad. So this one is going to rush forward, and it is definitely going to appraise the situation here. And yeah, okay. It sees what is here. It calls back in its strange murgling language at its allies. And then it is going to move with the dash action. It is going to move over to here, sort of get around the corner here, and that will be its turn. All right, having been informed by their allies the situation, as it were, you can tell that this one, with its hunter's mark, it's going to move in, and it will move to here, and it will take the dodge action. All right, this one right here moves in. They all get 13s. That's what happens when you train hard together. So this is going to move in, and it will dash over and around. Same deal to the corner here. And then number 11 is going to run down to here. It's going to sort of turn the corner, and it will take a dodge action. All right, Spencer, you're up.
All right, Spencer will run up 5, 10, 15, 20. And he saw Buddy Toothless make a toy, so he'll try to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, 23 hits, 7 damage, definitely enough to kill it. It's got to make a Constitution save to see if it doesn't get killed. Let's see, it needs to get a 12 or higher. It does not. Yeah, so Spencer just rushes up on that thing, grabs it, and just starts hitting it left, right against the nearby rocks, and it sort of just falls to pieces.
And then he'll move back
Okay.
and drop it in front of Illyria.
All right, nice. All right, let's see. We've got 2 dudes up here. Let's see. We're gonna move to here, and then let's see. It'll move to here, and you see one of them more husky Sahaugans carrying the big coral hammer has moved in to the fray. And a second one is going to take a move and a dash to also move into the fray. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Why the heck not? It'll just move right up on everybody. All right, Tari, you're up.
I bite my thumb, spit blood in the direction of the nearest one. Bane.
Okay, cast some Bane.
On the group of them.
All right, so this one, and who else? It's 3 targets, right?
Yeah, the 3 that I can see that are still alive. This one.
And that one.
That one.
Got it. All right,
Yep.
those 3 right there. All right, this is a charisma saving throw. Not their best. So regular one fails. And then the 2 coral smashers. Let's see. That's a fail and a pass. All right. Okay. Anything else from Tari, who is now concentrating on Bane?
I will move back here. And I'm good for now.
Okay. Thogrum, you're up.
All right. Let's see. 5, 10, 20, 25. I can get to right here?
Yeah, just moving through allies is difficult terrain, but 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25 into an empty space. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
And then bonus action. Cast spiritual weapon on this one right here.
All right, gonna call out your
Illyria's marked.
spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
All right, we've got him right here. Bloop. Uh, 14 is enough. That's a hit. All right, for 4 points of damage. Oh, sorry. He's dodging. So roll one more attack just to check.
Oh, sure. Let's magic weapon, spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Okay. You hit for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All All right. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. That brings us to Sahuagin number 7. All right. Sahuagin number 7 is going to rush forward. Let's see, 25, 30. We'll take it to here. And then it is going to... Yeah, it is going to go ahead and move. It'll take a dodge action, and that will be its turn. I think that takes us through that. This guy is dead. We're at the top of the round. We're also kind of at midnight, going into a pretty big fight here. So we may want to,
Yeah.
may want to call it here rather than get too involved in this. But man, look at that, forces clashing on the riverbanks there.
I just love we're all just running up, taking the dodge action, going, "Come on, make your move. Let's go."
Yeah, it's tricky to do Sahuagin because they have like on average they have like a 12 intelligence. So they definitely have to play a little bit smarter than like
absolutely,
like a goblin or an orc
I think
or whatever.
it's awesome.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot more, dodge actions, beneficial magic spells being cast on them when they have spellcasters, that kind of stuff. But without all the hassle of fighting drow. So, good God. Anyways, but they're kind of like the drow of the ocean in a way, as they have a lot of similarities as far as like they have really good dark vision and they're super treacherous and things like that. So you can definitely see sort of that comparison. And then the whole Malenti thing, where 1 in every 1,000 is born as a sea elf, definitely makes people question their origins a bit. Like, are they elves that like just super fell from grace kind of thing, aka the Naga from World of Warcraft situation. But these guys were way before World of Warcraft. So, all right, gosh, I am very happy that you guys did not stay in the river and fight that shark. So thank you for that.
Turn undead is so clutch.
I have turn undead was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Nice.
So I never get to see turn undead because a lot of people don't play clerics, and then the people that play clerics forget that they can do that. Weirdly enough, so it was really nice to see that perform optimally. It was like the absolute perfect use of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it is definitely a emergency. We need some space. Move. So
what's even funnier is I almost used my channel divinity to make the swimming thing.
Shit.
And that would have been super fucked.
Yeah, but good stuff. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a big fight. It's probably the big fight of this area. I'm thinking is going to be you guys against these Sahuagin. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out. And you've started to unravel a bit more of the mystery there with the orbs and the blood, and so I don't know if the mystery will be enough to keep you exploring, or if you're going to just be like, and we're out. So that's also kind of curious to see, or if you just decide to float down the lazy river and see where it takes you. I'll dig out what is it, Out of the Abyss, so we can get some good Underdark encounters going.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we'll just float down that river into a whole nother campaign. Yeah, the benefit of them all happening on the Sword Coast. So, all right, cool. So I'll post up some XP this week. It may or may not level you guys up. I don't know. You're pretty close. I can't recall off the top of my head.
4752. I think we need what, 6,000?
We need 6,500.
Yeah.
So we got 1,000 something left.
The 5, 5, 6, 7 are definitely like the hardest ones. People have said, like if you're doing the XP route, they definitely are the ones that require like the biggest jumps, and then it starts to kind of even out again after that. But it does feel like there's a little bit of a hitch getting past those ones. But level 5 is of course the power level. So you hit level 5, you immediately feel like you just drank all the steroids. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah,
you
holy
drink
shit! If I had
steroids, but yeah.
Guardians for this one, man.
Yeah, you just you juice up like crazy when you hit level 5. It's bananas.
Second
So,
shot.
New GMs, you can always tell like that they have no idea how bad it's going to be when the players get to level 5, because like the first couple of fights after the party gets to level 5, the players just steamroll everything, and the GMs are just like, what happened? Yeah, that's what a big jump in power. If you did a dedicated single class. Multi-class, you hear that 5 is going to be amazing, and then it's not, and you're kind of like, oh, shucks. But wait till my build comes online. Yeah. So, anywho, I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming week. Extra Life Marathon is like 20 days away or something. It's crazy. And we've raised, I think, over $3,000 at this point, which is amazing.
Nice.
But
Wow.
you know, it's never enough. It's never enough. So if you do want to donate to help your ally or hinder him, you certainly can. If you want to keep it neutral, you can just donate to the other group, and you know, I'll use the money to kill other people in your name. But yeah, it's pretty bonkers, and we'll be playing for 25 hours, and both games will be streamed, so you guys can kind of peek in, see how everybody's doing, and all that jazz. So that should be fun. And oh yeah, if you are like, man, D&D on Sundays, that's not enough. What if there was D&D on Mondays too? Starting in January, I'm going to be running Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, which is an unofficial campaign by Wizards of the Coast standards, written by some hack writers. I guess they did something called Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Mass Effect 1 and 2, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Just trash games.
Trash
They're
games,
just
like the
yeah, they're
worst.
just
Yeah.
trash. Yeah, garbage.
I would never play it ever.
Yeah, and it takes place in like Dungeons and Dragons Greece, basically. So ancient Greece plus dragons. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, anyways, that's been posted up. People are applying for it. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty good group of players. But there's still definitely room for more people if people are interested in applying. So, and I think that is all the news I have for you guys. So, all things to consider. Hope you had a good time. I know dungeons can be a little stressful. Every Tuesday, your boy Anthony and I give ourselves worse PTSD because we are in the largest dungeon and published dungeon in 5th edition. It never ends. So
we're not even like a fourth of the way through yet. I think we're pretty
we ask
close.
ourselves like every 2 weeks or so, should we just stop? Like that's how bad it is.
I feel like
there's
if we
been
die...
players that just like quit the group because they're like, I can't be in a dungeon anymore. Like it's terrible. So yeah, dungeoneering, it's 50% of the name of the game, but it's certainly not for everybody. So you know, there's plenty of other things to do in this campaign besides dungeons, as you guys have seen. But you're doing pretty good. So you know, we'll see how it goes. All right, night everybody.
Cool.
Right, thanks,
Thanks.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.